Sure, this show will not get hijacked in any way, shape, or form by underwear drawer talk.
Nope.
But if it's not, Mike Schaefer will join us among others.
Yeah, and a game's on a Friday.
Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone. Husker Athletics, Creighton, and yes, UNO.
How is the poll question going right now?
So I put out a poll question. What drawer do you put your underwear in?
Yep.
These results are skewed.
Top drawer, 78%.
That's it?
Middle drawers, 15%. Weirdos.
Wow.
Those
Bottom
guys are
drawer-
psychos.
Bottom drawer, 7%.
I demand a recount.
Once again, Nick, people are not voting in this to prove you wrong.
They're voting.
No, they're doing it to spite
They are
me.
not voting to
Why would they
spite you.
spite you?
Because they don't like me.
Nick, this is stop worrying about what people think about you and your
I'm not
underwear.
worried about what people think about me.
Oh,
I just
can tell.
It sounds like you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
I just know that people are going to intentionally pick the thing that goes against me
Even if
because it's
that's-
fun to dunk on Nick.
Even
Well, I
if
mean,
that's
yeah, it
the
is.
thing that they actually do, like
Nick.
putting their underwear and socks in the top.
I'm with
We
John.
won't know because it's a skewed poll.
Oh,
It's an anonymous poll, Nick. It's
are you,
You keep
sure
saying
you
it's
don't
anonymous,
work
but
for
it
the
doesn't
Democrat
matter.
Party
I
or the
know,
Republican
John.
Party?
I'm more left than that.
Yeesh. Anyway, I mean, you are spinning this like a party spokesman.
It's not a big deal, Nick. Just embrace it.
Yes, embrace your weirdness.
Yeah, seriously, man.
I don't have a problem with it. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
can
it's.
tell.
I don't. No, hold
I
on.
don't have a problem. Yeah, Nick, it's pretty obvious.
I don't have a problem with putting the underwear in the bottom drawer. That's fine to me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I have a problem with you putting up this poll with obviously skewed results that we're not going to get correct answers for.
Once again,
Well,
Nick.
Because
don't
it's
have
fun to
access
dunk on
Gallup.
Nick.
I mean, if you want me to call my friends at Gallup and say, "Could you put
They're
up a
just
poll?"
down the road. Let's just go.
I mean,
like,
we
hey.
could do that. You know my idea, right? For elections, I want on the election ballot like the normal stuff: who should be president, yada
Yeah,
yada.
yeah.
But I want fun, basic questions like: is a hot dog a sandwich? What drawer do you put your underwear?
I would agree.
I want to get the answers with the most possible people actually
I would-
voting in these.
I
things.
think
Right,
we
yeah.
could make this a good Gallup poll.
Yeah.
I think they should do it. They should do
But
it.
once again, Nick, not everybody voting in this is listening to the Grum right now.
I know,
That's
but
true.
there's still a majority. A piece of that pie are, and a piece of that pie just wants to dunk on Nick.
Wow. Well, embrace that too, then, man.
Yeah.
Sean Bradley got dunked on. You know what he did? He laced up his shoes and he went out and played basketball some more.
Mhm.
I'm
Was he-
bad at
and then got-
basketball, John.
They
He
got
got
dunked on
paid.
again.
Yeah, you get paid to get dunked on. Just enjoy it a little bit.
Is that what I get paid for?
Well, I mean, among other responsibilities.
Brian says, guys, how come every time I hear Nick, I just hear Sarpy County, so real, so fun, and can't take him seriously?
Well, this
just
isn't
curious
fun.
if I'm the only one.
Steve says, good thing Nick isn't paranoid or anything. Next thing you know, he's going to hire Rudy Giuliani. Nick, is this true? You're hiring old Rudy G?
I
Yeah,
tried to, but he was too busy on The Masked Singer.
I really hope that this doesn't cost Nick his job as the official spokesman for Sarpy County. I mean,
Shopping.
whoever the Grand
Undies.
Poobah or the commissioner of Sarpy County is,
Yeah,
I hope
who
they're
is
not
that?
listening right now and going, oh, we can't have this guy voicing our
So
commercials anymore. He's putting
We
his
need-
underwear in the wrong drawer.
We need John Bishop to voice it.
I don't think anybody could. I think that
Yeah.
through my memes, have given more attention to Sarpy County than anybody else. could.
Absolutely, you have. Every time I go shopping in Sarpy County, you know what I think of? Nick.
Shopping.
I think of Nick and I think of shopping.
I do think
Go Big Red.
I think one time I went there and I
You
just
still hit
texted
that note
Nick,
very well.
shopping.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's old, man. Go Big Red.
yeah,
is-
that's like a 4-year-old
yeah,
bit.
yeah, that's a while ago.
Yeah.
Go Big Red.
Nice.
Go Big Red.
Wow, he says it spot on.
I'm a
Exactly.
professional.
He
Yeah,
mimics
I'm a
himself very well.
professional.
Yeah, it's like an artist going and singing a song, and it sounds exactly like it did on the original recording.
Yeah, you know
I'm
how
an
hard that
audio
is?
guy.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a huge fan of concerts,
it's way different.
because the live version is usually not even close to the recorded version.
That's why I love concerts.
But I want to hear the song that I hear on the radio.
Then listen to it on a CD or
that-
online.
which is what I do. And that's why I don't go to concerts.
I like going to shows because they do it like in a different way, and then it's like a unique experience. It's like only the people that were there saw the song performed in this way.
But if I'm gonna go and invest my time in Sarpy County days and sit
Shopping.
there at the Sarpy County Fairgrounds, and Nick's gonna perform
Sarpy County Fairgrounds.
and you're gonna perform Go Big Red, all the hits, Go Big Red, so what is it? So something,
so close, so near, so fun.
Yes, that and all the other stuff. I want to hear it like it sounds here on the radio. I don't want to hear your acoustic version.
Oh, the unplugged.
Wait until you hear the
or
dubstep remix.
or the
Nick Grimm
mystery
Unplugged.
duet with, Faith Hill. No, I want to hear the one
The
I hear on
OG.
the radio.
Yeah,
I couldn't get Faith Hill.
Yeah, couldn't afford her.
I had to get the guy who did the Applebee song.
Oh, nice.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Fancy like is I don't remember the guy's name.
Oh,
That
okay.
song sucks.
Horrible.
Well, welcome to the program, folks. You've walked in at a weird
hello.
time.
It's a Wednesday. It's a dumb debate.
USC.
It's a dumb nice. It's a dumb debates
That works.
Wednesday.
It is. It's a dumb debates Wednesday.
USC.
Get your
You just need 3 syllables. I can make anything work.
get your dumb debates in
Uh-huh.
at any time.
Dumb debates.
But we appreciate it. Earlier the better. Hashtag dumb debates on the
Yeah.
JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, or send it to us. Equitable Bank inbox. Equitable. We take banking personally. You know the rest. EquitableOnline.com. Or you can call us on the hotline 402-951-1620. Mike Schaefer will join us. We do have dumb debates.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the ACC is trying to save everybody from themselves. And I mean, I hate to hit the fast forward button on the year. I hate to be the one to just say, you know what?
What?
We're just going to skip ahead
To what?
to December.
Your seasons. What about your seasons? I guess you're not getting a baseball season this
I'm
year.
not getting a baseball season.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, but John, Formula One. That'll bypass all of Formula
Yeah,
One.
Well-
John, Formula One.
sure. But
Formula One.
we have the first
Could do better.
projections. The first projections for the 2022 Nebraska football season.
Let's go.
So basically, folks, we're going to know what Nebraska's record is going to be. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But it's part of our job.
Wow, that's true.
So
Okay, so we have that.
we have that.
Also, we have to lose our minds today. Not about undies or drawers.
We could, though.
And when I say drawers, I don't mean the term for undies. I mean
Yeah.
the actual drawer itself.
Yeah.
A game got rescheduled to a different day of the week. And that makes people mad.
Oh, boy. Well, this is another reason why we need to hit the fast forward button again.
Rescheduled.
I think we have to hit the reset
I'll
button.
be in
now.
Chicago that weekend. I got to figure out what's going on. I was like, cool, I'll watch the game on Saturday. Now I don't know what I'm going to do.
Josh, I just had a thought.
What's that?
So with your weather prediction, right?
That I continue to nail.
What happens if it snows when you do go? When you
to
do
Mexico?
leave? When you go to Mexico and it snows.
And it delays my trip?
Will that not count against your prediction?
No, I said that it's going to snow in the spring game.
Right. Is that not? I guess that's the end of it.
It can snow above 20 degrees, though. What's freezing? 32?
32
fair.
Fahrenheit.
So as long as it's between 20 and 32, I'm good. Just can't go below. That said, I've been thinking about this. What would I rather be right on? The snow on the spring game or my weather prediction? I think I'd rather be right on the snow on the spring game just because it'd be so funny and people would be so mad. And then I would tweet out a picture of the beach. Actually, I won't. I'm not going to tweet that week. I'm going to stay off my phone. It's going to be lovely. I'm going to stay away.
Oh, you're going to go back to reading on the beach again?
Hell yes, I am. I'm bringing my Kindle down, man. I've even decided what book I'm going to read.
Oh, wow. You can't even bring a real book.
No, just, it's a whole thing. Kindle's easier to bring on a trip.
Yeah,
you don't
but
want to get
but
want to get
wanna-
sand in your book.
I was going to say the same.
Well,
no,
with
you
the
don't want to
Kindle,
get sand
too.
in your Kindle. You can get sand in the book. The book's going to be fine. You
I
get
just don't
sand
wanna
in the
I just
Kindle.
don't want to bring a
Good
whole.
night, everybody.
Because what if I finish the book? Then I'm going to want another book, so I'd have to bring 2 books. I'll just bring the
Get one of
Don't
those
you read
airport
them
books.
big-ass
They're always
books
good.
that are like 500 pages? Are you reading fast or something?
I'm a pretty fast. I just read a 350-page book in 4 days.
Oh, wow. Brag much?
Well, yeah.
500 pages isn't that much.
Yeah, 500 pages. Now, the book that I read on that other trip to the beach, that was over 1,000 pages. I read, people are going to be like, oh, that's why you're divorced. On my honeymoon, I read It by Stephen King.
Remember when we used to not talk about that?
Yeah. People forget. Yeah.
And
so I
then
read It.
And then Sipple ruined it for
Then
everybody.
Sipple broke the new. Nick, you were
Yeah, I
producing
was producing that
I
day.
was like, Sip, that's brand new news.
That
for
was
everybody.
hilarious.
Now, a lot of our listeners are like, yeah, we figured it out because you weren't talking about it anymore. So, yeah, there you go. But I've decided what I'm going to read.
All right.
We can make fun of me for that later.
No,
See, Nick?
yeah,
Just
we'll-
allow people to make fun of you. It's fun.
Right. Yeah. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Now, reading books on a beach is.
What
not
am I supposed
nearly
to do? Once
No, no,
again,
no.
what am I supposed to do? Just sit there and twiddle my thumbs for 5 hours?
Go
No.
body surfing, collect some
No.
seashells,
No, it's an all-inclusive place. I want to sit
build a
my
sand
ass
castle.
on that beach and drink all day. That's what I want to do. It's going to be lovely. Oh, I can't wait.
Rick says, as a Sarpy County resident, based
Oh.
upon this breaking news related to the voice of Sarpy County at Nick or at Grim, I believe this news will have catastrophic results on the economic growth and success we have enjoyed down here south of
no.
Harrison Street.
Dang.
So the downfall of Sarpy County can be traced to the day that Nick announced that he keeps his underwear and socks in the bottom drawer.
Damn.
Wow.
After all the memes, I even threw a first pitch out once at a Storm Chasers game. This is how I get
That's
treated.
not going to happen anymore.
This is how I get treated.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed. We're gonna talk about last night's Creighton game. We're gonna recap every bucket. It'll take us about 2 seconds.
Especially if we just do the last 10 minutes, man. Oh,
we did the last 10 minutes.
Oh.
There was that bucket.
What was
there
it
was
like?
A free throw, and then there was another free throw, and there he is.
What was it like doing play-by-play for your first MMA event?
It was interesting.
Yeah, indeed.
It was interesting to be up close and personal for that.
Personal?
A lot of physicality. A lot of physicality in that game. Anyway, that was your rooferees lineup. Shafe, dumb debates. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Pretty simple and a lot of chit chat in between and keep voting in the poll question.
Yeah.
But if you're a weirdo who keeps your socks and underwear in the bottom drawer, please don't vote.
I'm not mad about
8%.
getting dunked on. I'm mad about
8%.
skewed data.
This isn't skewed.
Data.
Nick.
It's skewed data.
Oh, it's
There's
very-
a chunk of it that's going to be
This is-
skewed.
in the tweet, I literally didn't even mention Nick at all. I didn't even say Nick is a weirdo who does this. What do you do? I didn't even say that. Nick.
No, he didn't mention that. I put it in the crawl that's currently on 1620 The Zone TV.
Perfect.
So, see, we like to separate.
There you go. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
again, I understand that not everybody who's voting heard it, but there's still a chunk, a piece
What,
of that
the
pie.
3 people are like, I'll just vote against Nick just cuz.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's
don't
like
think
they're
that
not
happened.
voting for you, they're voting against me. It's like when people voted for President B against President T. They're voting against them.
Oh, so you're likening yourself to Trump.
No.
Wow.
No.
Nick,
Voting
tough look.
against you.
Tough look. First
Be-
the
just
undies.
because
isn't what I
it's you.
wanted.
Wow. It's got to be your bowl.
Mm.
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wow.
All right, let's get this program started. I mean, it's like we keep restarting things.
Yeah.
But we'll keep going. We'll talk sports, I promise, on 1620 The Zone.
The NFL plays here on 1620 The Zone.
Pandemic-impacted homeowners may be at risk of losing their homes, which is why the state of Nebraska is providing relief through the Homeowner Assistance Fund. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $30,000 in assistance for past due mortgage payments, past due real estate taxes, HOA dues, and homeowners or flood insurance. Funds will be distributed until they run out, and they do not need to be paid back. View qualifications and apply today at NebraskaHAF.com. That's NebraskaHAF.com.
OSI Oakland Foods wants you. OSI Oakland offers streamlined employment, competitive pay, benefits including vacation, medical, dental, vision, 401k, safe work environment, and a referral bonus of up to $1,500. OSI offers transportation to and from their plant from Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Atlantic. OSI Oakland is hiring third shift maintenance at up to $25 an hour, machine operators up to $20.50 an hour, and production up to $20 an hour. Apply at osigroup.com/careers or at their plant Monday through Friday for on-the-spot interviews. Come work for OSI today.
Dreaming of adventure beyond your backyard? NerdWallet can help you compare and find the smartest credit cards to get there. Use NerdWallet to compare travel cards with bonus miles to go from working from home to relaxing far, far away. Then use NerdWallet to compare cashback cards and turn everyday purchases into a beachside cabana big enough for the whole family.
Or stand for the third tower.
She's the only boss you'll be answering to this week. Nice castle. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet.
Finally, a bed that senses snoring and automatically responds. Meet the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, our first system that detects snoring, then automatically adjusts by raising the bed. Get your best sleep all night, every night. For a limited time, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets and experience the deep, undisturbed sleep of Tempur-Pedic. Get full offer details at TempurPedic.com.
If I won one of the 8 new trucks the Nebraska Lottery is giving away in Trucks and Bucks 2022, I'd be off-roading all the time through muddy riverbeds, across dusty prairies. I'd treat that truck like a tank. I'd be merciless.
Can I ride along?
Only if you wear shoe covers to protect the carpeting, promise not to eat or drink anything inside the cab, and polish the dashboard when you leave.
Trucks and Bucks is back, and you could win one of 8 new trucks. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
We're here with Sam Taylor, who was recently rescued after being shipwrecked on a remote Pacific island since 1993. Mr. Taylor, how are you feeling?
Sunburned?
After your lonely ordeal, is there anything we can get you?
How about a Powerball Quick Pick? With the starting jackpot in the millions and drawings Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, everybody wants to know about Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery.
Would you like something to eat? Some coconut cream pie?
You're kidding, right? Top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
There's only one game they call the big game, and Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs makes watching the big game even bigger. Join your friends and get to the big game viewing party this Sunday at Whiskey Roadhouse, where the first 200 guests get a free Caesars Sportsbook cap. The game day menu features Whiskey Roadhouse's juicy burgers, crunchy nachos, and spicy wings. But seating is limited. Get there when doors open at noon for the best seat. The big game is better at Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs.
You're listening to Unsportsmanlike Conduct with John Bishop and Josh Peterson on 1620 The Zone.
Well, all talk of underwear and drawers and all that stuff aside, it was a WOA last night at the CHI Health Center, and I think you can probably blame it because Josh took the over in bet of the day.
What the hell?
I mean, the game barely cleared 100.
What the hell? I had to root. I felt bad because late in the game,
Sad.
I'm rooting for overtime. And I felt bad because I knew what that meant for you. And I know you want to go home, but I was like, I have to root for overtime in this game.
Yeah, I know.
And that didn't happen either.
And one of the craziest things is there was twice in the game, prolonged stretches where one team couldn't either score or make a field goal. And yet the other team couldn't take complete control of the game. So in the first half, Butler went 7 minutes without a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, it was an 11-0 run.
Which we've seen that this year,
Yes,
right?
we've
seen
have.
multiple games with Creighton where there's long stretches, because Ravi and I were making those jokes a couple weeks ago, where it wasn't a 17-2 run, it was a 17-2 jog.
Yeah.
A light walk down the street.
And that happened in the first half, and that's what got Creighton in the lead briefly in the first half. And then in the second half, the Jays go up by 8, 48-40, with 9, I think the clock was 9:42. And they don't get another field goal until the last minute. The go-ahead layup by Ryan Nemhard. Now, they had a couple of free throws in between, but I think they had only 3 points in that stretch. And Butler ended up taking a 1-point lead and then lost it back. But that was 2 prolonged stretches where one team could have easily either pulled away or completely changed the course of the game, and it did not happen. And there was actually a stat, the guys over at White and Blue Review do their primers before each game, broke this down. Josh, you'll appreciate this because they're breaking it down by quarters.
Hell yes.
So
Great take, White and Blue Review.
So they're dividing the game into fourths, so 4 10-minute stretches. And this season, they have already had, or going into last night, they had 8 quarters where Creighton scored 10 or fewer points.
So basically, they had how many times? 8? 8 times this year where they've scored 10 or fewer points in a 10-minute stretch.
Right.
Woof.
And then last night in the final 10 minutes, they only had 8 points, so it's now 9.
And they still won.
And they won last night.
Yeah, what's the record in the other ones?
Well, let's look at this. DePaul at home. They won that game. That stretch happened in the first half.
Yeah.
But at Butler, so they lost that one. Xavier at home lost that one. At UConn, First 10 minutes of the second half. The second half where they played better than UConn. Only had 7 points in the first 10 minutes of the second half, won that. Seton Hall, first 10 minutes of the game, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Villanova did it twice at Villanova, once in the first half, once in the second half.
They lost that game for those
lost
who
that game
forget.
badly.
Yeah.
And then it happened in the first half against Kennesaw State and in the first 10 minutes against Iowa State. So they won Kennesaw, lost Iowa State.
Wow, that is an incredible stat. And it's funny, too, because like last night I'm watching the game. I don't have my phone out. We're just watching. And I said to Ritz, I said, I don't think Creighton has scored. I was about to say I was going to guess like 5 or 6 minutes. And at that point in time, the graphic pops up, drought. And so I'm waiting and I'm like, okay, what's it going to say? And then, it shows the time and I'm like, my goodness. And so then they got the points, they get the free throws, but the field goal drought's still going. And I'm like, are they going to lose this lead without getting a bucket? And sure enough, they do. And then they're able to get it, they get it back and they end up winning the game. We talked about this with John yesterday, with John Niatawa. But there were the stats, and he had this in one of his previews yesterday ahead of the game. But Creighton has allowed runs this year now in the last, I think, 3 weeks of 29-2 and 23-3. Now this one didn't get that bad, of course,
it didn't get
but
that
it almost
bad.
got. And the other two games I mentioned, they lost. The Xavier game, of course, and then Seton Hall last Friday. This one, but this is going back to the stat that you just had as well. This has now become, I would say, somewhat of a trend.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a trend. It's mostly Big East games.
It's
There's
amazing
a couple of
that they're
non-conference
winning
games.
some of these games, and it's a testament, really. And I know I've said it a million times this year. I'm a broken record that they are able to win these games in a way that this program, we've gotten used to them not winning these types of games before. It is still the strangest thing watching Creighton, and they're winning these rock fights. And
it was a rock fight.
And maybe
all
I
right.
shouldn't be surprised anymore. I'm not surprised anymore. It's February 9th. They've been doing this all year long, but it's just it's kind of hard to grapple with still at times for me.
It is, but I think by this point, this is what they are. This is who they are. And, it's interesting because I think sometimes coaches can be like artists. You know how artists will craft something, whether it's on painting or a sculpture or it's music or whatever it is, and it might be really out there. And the mainstream looks at it or hears it and says, that doesn't make any sense. But the artist will say, well, but you don't understand where I'm coming from. And I think sometimes coaches are the same way. I just hearing from some of the Creighton fans last night, like they're like, this is so weird because, we're supposed to see let it fly. We're supposed to see threes dropping left and right.
Scoreboard should have an 8. First number should have an 8 in it.
All of the and the reaction has been, how awful this team is. Well, I mean, they're above 500 in the league. They're in the top half of the league standings.
On the bubble.
In a conference that has 5 ranked teams currently, and they've got wins over a couple of them, or 3 of them actually, UConn, Marquette, and Villanova. They've got wins over 3 of the ranked teams. And and Mac has been consistent about this, and he even said as much last night. I don't have the audio, but he said, we decided that we were going to build through the draft and not build through free agency, meaning we were going to go out and fill all our scholarships with freshmen and 4-year potential players versus, hitting the portal really hard. That's just the way we decided to do this. And I get the sense that even though, he would like to see more points and he would like to stress out less at the end of games and not see some of the weirdness and the fits and the spurts, I almost get the sense that Mac is enjoying coaching this team as much, if not more, than any other team he's had. And it has nothing to do with the personalities. He's loved all of his teams and his players. But there is something about working through the process, as Nick Saban calls it, as Osborne has called it, the process. And it's this process of slow, sometimes arduously slow, incremental growth versus splash and dash, and we're setting the world on fire.
It's like being a part of the ground floor. You know,
Yes.
I remember towards the end of his career as a coach in the NFL, like Bill Parcells, he was a coach that really wanted to be a part of the beginning. And by the end, he didn't want to be a part of the end game, you know, of winning a championship. And I mean, that's not to say Bill Parcells didn't want to win a title. But why did he keep jumping from program to program, franchise to franchise that had to start with the rebuild? He loved the building process. And I get that. I mean, look, we've talked about it a lot over the last few years, you know, in terms of our fandom. And what seasons do we like the most as fans? The ones where it's a surprise that they're good. You had more fun, I would guess, in the 2015 Cubs season than the 2016 Cubs season, because the 2016 team was way down by expectations from the moment the 2015 season ended. Whereas that team kind of came out of nowhere. Stibbs has said the story a million times. The Broncos year with Tim Tebow was more fun for him than the Super Bowl year. That doesn't make sense, and yet it does as a fan. So I totally get why a coach would feel that way too.
We did hear from Arthur Kaluma after the game. Of course, he went down, and really his injury coincided with the beginning of the drought. I think Hawkins had his points right after the injury, and then everything went dry. And, you know, Kaluma was a big part of Creighton getting the offense they were able to get. We did ask him after the game on the postgame show how the knee was doing. For those of you who didn't catch it, here's what he had to say.
How is the knee?
The knee's fine. The knee's fine. It was just a scary play, you know. Just had to get up, go meet my trainer, and we worked it out. I should be good.
You were flexing it there as you were working at the free throw line just to try to keep it loose?
Yeah, just trying to keep it loose. At a certain point, like if I bend it too much, it starts to tinge a little bit. So I just try to keep away from it.
What exactly happened? Because you and Keyshawn both went up for the basketball. Did you bang knees or did you just come down awkwardly?
I just jumped up, and then the moment I landed, someone's body just went right into my leg. And so my knee went backwards, and I heard a pop, so I fell immediately. It was a scary moment. That's all it was.
But you're good now.
I'm good.
All right. We're going to have to take his word for it.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I saw him walk back out for the post-game interview, I thought, okay, maybe things are going to be okay.
Sure.
Because if it was really bad, it was going to be, one of those where you're back in the training room. So knock on wood, everything's going to be okay.
One quick message. Adam says, people of short memory, CU is still in the running for an NCAA tournament bid. Going into the year, it was thought that the NIT was the ceiling with all the new faces. Now the fans are pissed at the current play of CU. Kind of ridiculous. I think this team is ahead of schedule for how young they are and how many new faces they have. I've mentioned this story a few times, but one of the weeks that you were off at the end of last year, we had Sindelar on, Alex Sindelar, because he wrote about that, like the weight of expectations and just trying to enjoy these types of seasons, because he told a story of leaving after the Iowa State game and fans were bitching about their play and, oh my gosh, you're not going to be in the tournament this year. And Adam is right. Sindelar was right. Going into this season, that wasn't the expectation. It was, they're going to take a step back, but 2023, they could really be something. And I felt that way all year. It doesn't have to be a negative, though. It doesn't have to be a pejorative. It could be something fun. Be there at the ground floor, enjoy it for what it is. The ups and downs. The ups have been fun this year for Creighton fans. I have to imagine. The downs have sucked. And when even last night they won, but it was painful to watch at times. But they won, and they are quote unquote learning how to win. I imagine next year all this is going to pay off in spectacular fashion.
We're also going to be sharing some videos, but the audio will definitely translate, including, Nick, I just saw the Husker account retweet something from
Chubba.
Chubba.
I don't know if we've actually heard from
Chubba
officially.
I don't know what his voice sounds like.
I don't either. This is going to be like the first time the Japanese heard the emperor speak at the end of World War II. They'd never heard him before. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
He was a silent leader.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And then when he spoke, it's like, all right, kamikaze time.
Well, no, this was when they were surrendering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He came on and basically made the announcement that we're surrendering and need to be nice to the Americans because now they're,
Put your underwear away in the top left drawer.
Yeah, so this is going to be very earth-shattering for all of us.
I can't wait to hear his voice.
I hope he has a big, strong,
I hope he
resonant
sounds
voice.
like Patrick Mahomes. Hi, everybody, it's me, Chubba. That's what I want so bad. So bad.
Also, we had a not backdoor cover last night in college basketball. That some people are very, very, very triggered by.
I love people being triggered about gambling.
This is a not backdoor cover.
Speaking of, Husker Sports Guy says, appreciate bet of the day and Josh. My last 3 bets have hit due to fading Josh. Keep up the good work. Wow.
Let's fade Josh.
Well, Josh picked
Josh.
Minnesota tonight. Or can you, because we've declared the program dead?
Well, I mean, we keep talking about him, so I guess, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
After that beautiful
I'm going to
service.
take them on the I'll take Minnesota on the money line.
All right.
And so congrats to Nebraska. First win of the year.
Well, friends, ED medicines have worked. They do for erectile dysfunction. But you know what the ads don't tell you about? The side effects and the fact that you have to time all your moments to the taking of a pill. All those cute commercials of the couple holding hands and walking in. And it's like, oh, we're ready to go now. Well, what you didn't see was the dude having to plan the whole thing 4 hours ahead of time to make sure that what was going to be working when it was time for what. Well, the advanced wave technology at Brookside Medical Clinic can help keep you away from the pill and make it work when it is ready and when you are ready and when she is ready. The advanced wave technology has been shown by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic to restore and regrow blood vessels and improve blood flow and restore normal erectile function. And if you call 402-671-7777 right now, you're going to get a consultation and a blood flow ultrasound free. That's right. You can find out your true cause of your ED problems for free. And then Brookside can put you on that advanced wave technology and you can be working again the way it used to be. The way it used to be. Call Brookside today. Tell them the Zone sent you. 402-671-7777. 402-671-7777.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
The Zone Inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. Email me, Connor Happer, with the Connor Happer Show at Connor, CONNOR, at 1620thezone.com. Send me your love, your hate, and maybe a few hot takes. The Zone Inbox, presented by Equitable Bank.
Are you considering a career in broadcasting? With the help of 1620 The Zone and 1180 The Zone and the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Foundation, you can be part of this exciting field. We're offering two $2,000 scholarships to four-year college and university students who will have completed 30 credits as of May 31st, 2022. Let us help you reach your career goals. For more information, contact 1620 The Zone and 1180 The Zone. Applicants must be received by the NBA by March 1st, 2022.
At Baker's, we believe in higher standards for fresh. So we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for scarring and sunburn, allowing only the best produce to reach our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
Love is in bloom at Baker's. Surprise someone special with select varieties of Bloomhouse Dozen Roses on sale for only $22. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
Now through February 16th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for zero enrollment and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. Zero enrollment, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends February 16th. See club for details.
Being in business 100 years can't be easy. Rotella's Bakery is that business. Great family-owned and operated business that understands the needs of the community. They specialize in breads and rolls made from the highest quality ingredients, ensuring that they are superior in taste. At Rotella's, with 5 great generations represented, the American success story is combined with customer satisfaction, and they don't compromise in quality. For more information about their specialty breads, you can visit rotellasbakery.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Did you know that radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers and that our region has some of the highest levels in the country? Radon Defense Midwest can test and fix your home. Visit radonradio.com for an exclusive offer for 1620 The Zone listeners. That's radonradio.com.
Here's this week's Maverick Minute. After a disappointing 1-4 loss Friday in Grand Forks, number 18 Omaha Hockey rallied from a 2-point deficit Saturday to beat number 12 North Dakota in overtime. Omaha improved to 17-11 with the victory and matched its highest win total in the last 5 seasons. And this squad still has 8 games left. Next up is a trip to Miami of Ohio Friday and Saturday. And that's your Maverick Minute on your home for the Mavericks, 1620 The Zone, 1180 The Zone, and News Talk 1290.
Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
I'll just read the tweet really fast, and we can just move on from the Boston Globe. With no new talks with the locked-out players scheduled, an announcement on a delayed start to next week's spring training is expected as soon as Thursday.
Fun sport you got there, John.
And that's all I have to say about
Fun sport you got there.
But
Formula One season.
And here's the other problem. So if you're going to look for something else to bide your time when there's no baseball,
a book maybe.
Formula One.
The Huskers are sold out.
I saw this.
Now you can still buy the GA tickets and sit on the boims, but the chairbacks, they've been sold out.
Now this is just the season tickets, right? So I could buy individual seats, or are those not going to be available? They keep some of those aside, do they not? I'm trying to go to a game this year. They better.
Yeah, but if they do, they do for players, parents.
They better have some regular seats for us normal folk.
They do. It's called the Grassy Berms.
I don't want to sit on no knoll. Trying to sit on a chair, John, with
they have the picnic
rest.
tables down the left field line or right field line.
I want to sit in a chair.
You can go sit in the playground.
I know
Buck
some
Belter
people.
playground.
I think I know some people. I can probably get it.
There's the all you can eat section that they use for the Salt Dog games. Those have chairs, benches, or like stools,
and
stuff.
I just, I want to sit in.
There's Interstate 180. You can just pull your car off to the side of the road and sit on the guardrail.
Just do that. I could do that.
Get a drone with a camera.
By the way,
on it.
Drone.
Don't stop your car on I-80 and sit there, which people actually tried to do back in the day.
What?
And
during like a super regional?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes somewhat sense.
yeah, the
Not really, but
county
it's a bad
sheriff had
idea.
to chase
Yeah.
people off.
Yeah.
It was a little dangerous.
Yeah. Greg and Leah says, you think someone who runs a cult would be partial to a grassy knoll?
You would.
But I don't want.
But Josh doesn't believe in the grassy knoll. He thinks the bike cop did it.
Not bike cop, Secret Service agent who was hungover from the night before of partying, which is a verifiable fact. John.
I'm going to let you vote.
John.
Do you want to talk? Do you want me to spoil the 2022 season now, or do you want to hear from Chubba?
Well, I mean, we teased Chubba. What's going on, Chubba?
Oh, we also teased the fact that we're teasing the end of the season.
Ha!
All right, Chubba, it is.
Chubba Party. I cannannot wait to hear his voice.
We have no idea what he sounds like, but this was a vidya.
Hey, it's me, Chubba.
This was a vidya put out a few minutes ago and retweeted by the @Huskers account. Brace yourselves, friends.
What if he sounds like Sip?
What if he sounds like Sip? He's
For
in
the
his
voice.
20s or teens.
Yeah, he's in his teens.
He's a 19-year-old?
I believe so.
20-year-old?
Brace yourselves for the voice of Chubba Purdy.
Hey, Husker fans. I'm Chubba Purdy. I'm a quarterback transfer, and I'm just really looking forward to spring ball and getting ready to get at it. Fans can expect a guy who's going to come in and just work hard and be motivated to just come in here and compete with all the other quarterbacks, get to know all my teammates, my new teammates, and create relationships with coaches, players, just really everyone, and just get to know everyone and just work super hard. So far, I've worked with all the quarterbacks, we've thrown together, we've talked ball together, and we all get along great, and we're all here to help each other out. And, Coach Whipple's been great, going over installs with him, and just really just getting to know what his offense is about. Once I hit the portal, I was just seeing and just waiting for what kind of school would be the right fit. Once I saw Whipple take the job at Nebraska, I sort of thought that'd be a good fit, and then they offered me, so I knew I would want to take a visit here. And then after taking my visit at Nebraska, I just knew that was going to be the right fit for me and my family. Yeah, I mean, every time someone talks to me about Nebraska or the football program, they always just say how much fans, like their support, and 90,000, they've been selling out games, even though like they haven't had the best seasons, but man, these fans are awesome and their support is awesome. So something I'm looking forward to most this spring and off season is really just getting my feet wet and just seeing how Coach Whipple and Coach Frost's offense works, and just really learning and absorbing as much information as I can, and just really getting trust from all my teammates and just going out there having fun and competing.
And
His
got
voice.
real 90s hair.
Oh,
he kind of does.
very normal voice.
Kind of does.
Kind of wish it sounded like this.
I was hoping he would have a very unusual and distinct voice. Yes.
Yeah. If I heard his voice, I wouldn't be able to recognize.
Like the first time we heard Taylor Martinez.
Where's Chuba from again?
I like playing against road games. Chuba, he was at Florida State.
What is the Purdy's home state? It's not Arizona, is it?
He is from Arizona. Gilbert. What is eating Gilbert, Arizona? Uh-huh.
I was hoping for more of an accent, more of a drawl.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have draws down there.
They don't have draws down
They
there.
really don't.
Yeah, they have drawers.
It's a dry accent.
It's a
Well, there you go, friends.
That's what Chuba
You
sounds
just
like.
heard from your quarterback. And, oh, by the way,
Wow, you're
I was the one who put him in my Super Six.
You're saying you heard from your quarterback? You're saying he's the guy? He's going to start? Put it on the list?
I
Put it on the list
this year.
Put it on the list.
I put him on my list. He's in my Super
No,
Six.
put it on the list.
I don't know if he's going to start this year. I will say this. All right,
Get
you want
the
me?
eggs.
You want me to put something on?
Get the eggs.
Ooh, what you got? What you got?
First I got to find the list.
Nick's going to bring a date home who realizes his underwear is in the bottom drawer and she's going to break up with him on the spot.
Yep.
Put it on the list.
On this, the 9th day of February.
I appreciate the faith you're putting in me getting a date,
Year.
let alone getting them to.
Well,
my
they're not
apartment.
going to date you now once they find out you're putting your underwear in the wrong
Maybe,
drawer.
Nick, this is why you haven't been dating, because of your underwear situation.
Yeah, that's why.
Chuba Purdy will start a game in 2022.
Woo!
That is list worthy.
Wow, that is very list worthy because nobody else feels this way. We did the quarterback odds board with Mike Schaefer, is going to join us in a little over a half hour on the video stream, by the way. And he set the line at Casey Thompson minus 1,500. He had Chuba 8-1 odds.
Now, that's to start the season. I said he will start a game in 2022.
Well, the way you said that makes it sound like you're
It's
picking an injury.
It's a spicy list inclusion.
It could be
A lot of implication.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything. But I am kind of banking on the fact that, let's face it,
Banking on an injury?
well, there's not.
Don't say it that way, John.
Joe Gans is the last quarterback, or was it? Or
No,
did
no.
Tanner Lee made it through?
Tanner, no. Did Tanner Lee? I thought that did POB start a game that year? Maybe Tanner Lee
He
did.
played in a game, a couple of games. It doesn't happen that often.
Tommy Armstrong made
where
it.
a guy
Oh, wait,
makes
no,
it
he
from
didn't.
start to finish without missing a start.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. It's hard to argue with. That's true.
Again, not rooting for it. And who knows? Maybe Chuba will just
They're
end
not
up being
running as
better.
much, though, right? They're not going to run as much anymore. Chuba.
Yeah, but
I think-
sacks.
Oh, wow. You monster. Wow, and I'm the negative boy.
I'm not
Look at
being
Sean- look at
negative.
Sean over here.
I'm not being negative. And then when Chuba
Negative
wows the
Nelly
world
over
and
here.
takes over the starting
Hey,
job,
man, now that would be list worthy if you say
when
he's
Casey
actually gonna be the
Thompson
starter.
becomes the Wally Pipp of Nebraska football, you're going to come back to me and say, you know what? You were right.
You know what? Put that on the list for me.
What?
Chuba's going to start.
Chuba's going to the whole season?
Yes.
Okay, that is list worthy.
Put that
like
for
you
me.
said, Nebraska hasn't had a starting quarterback make it through an
I
entire
feel like
season.
you're only trying to do this to try to top me.
No, I
feel like you're
believe it.
targeting me in this. I feel
believe
like this is a skewed survey from
Oh,
Don't pull a me.
I get it.
You're better than me.
I see what you're doing there.
you. So you're saying he will start the season.
the whole season.
Yes.
He's saying the whole season
Chuba's going to be the starting quarterback.
in all 12 of the games.
You know what? I'm going to do you a favor and just say he's going to start the season.
Well,
Okay.
that's
You
you
know,
know,
he's
to put
gonna-
that on the list. That's duh. Of course he's going to start the season.
No.
That's my narrative, Scott Frost.
No. He's going to be the starting quarterback in game one.
Yeah, but duh. Of course he is.
Chuba?
Oh, I thought he said. Oh,
You said
I thought he said
Chuba.
Casey.
No,
No,
he said
Chuba.
Oh,
Chuba.
wow, Nick. Wow, put that on the list. Yeah,
Chuba.
my bad. that was a misunderstanding from
Yeah.
yours
No.
truly.
No.
Wow.
No.
That would surprise me a lot. That would surprise me quite a bit.
That would surprise me too.
John says in the Equitable Bank inbox, he says, "I know you are new here, Chuba, But just so you know, we don't really care about what any player coach says anymore. We're ready to see it on the field. Sorry, Chubba. Stop speaking. Signed, John. Signed, John.
Well, you know what?
It is talking season.
I'm glad that they're lifting weights together. They're throwing with each other. They're
good.
Talking ball with each other.
Gotta love talking ball.
Bunch of bros talking ball.
Bros talking ball.
Guys being dudes.
It's going to be a fun season.
Hanging with the boys.
I think it's going to be a fun season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, put that on the list.
I mean, last year was
list-worthy.
That's list-worthy. It's going to be a fun season.
Last year
Can't wait for the third big red overreaction, and both of you are miserable.
If the third overreaction is miserable,
we're only
Nick,
miserable because we're doing big red overreaction.
No, if John, if we're miserable on the third big red overreaction, this season has gone off the rails so fast.
Yeah,
because is that the Georgia Southern game?
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck. That would suck.
Winnable game.
And so what? Speaking of winnable games, we're going to take a look at Bill Connolly's numbers.
We are going to take a look. Bill Connolly has spoiled the season for everybody.
You jerk.
He has spoiled the season for everyone. And sorry. Speaking of poll questions, I did put up a
undies.
I didn't put up a poll. It was just a dumb debate to start your day. If Nebraska ball wins tonight to end their losing streak, what is an appropriate way to celebrate? We're just taking your responses. Omaha Gator says a contract extension.
Bill Moose isn't here anymore. Don't worry about
Nick
that.
says rush the floor.
Yeah.
Patrick has a gif of Michael Che from the Not Funny Saturday Night Live, lifting his arms up and giving a wry yay.
Don't do Michael. Michael's funny.
Saucy Nugs also says court storming. Jonathan says I'll celebrate by not having to watch them the rest of the year.
Jonathan, you and me, man.
Steven says bong hits naked.
Whoa, because you couldn't find where the undies were because they're in the wrong drawer.
Another court storm. Adam suggests retiring all their jerseys.
That would be awesome. Wow. That would be awesome.
Midtown Eric, whose Twitter handle is Eric Bin Omaha, has a gif of a guy lighting his farts.
Oh, that'd be a fun way to celebrate. Yeah, maybe some fireworks.
Curtis with the gif of Will Ferrell. We're going streaking.
Don't do that. You'll get arrested.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
People
Self high
forget.
five and another $20 million buyout. And Sal with a gif of Bills Mafia crashing through
table.
tables.
Yeah. Greg Lincoln says,
I would endorse the table smashing.
What about the court storming?
Nope, table smashing.
Well, how about this, though? Greg makes a good
Because
point.
is it
the
gonna look
100 people in that court storm will have a blast. There'll be so few people. It'll be just fine. There will be no assaults taking place.
My favorite part about these responses is every single one of them could be a different level from like 0 to 1, like nothing to streaking.
To go into prison, basically.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of poll
There's
questions,
a person storming the court. Yay.
Brandon says, last time my wife and I moved, she arranged my drawer, and now it's in the order of my body. Shirts on top, underwear in the middle, socks on the bottom. That would piss me off.
that is weird.
Been 8 years now, and I still open the wrong damn drawer every time I'm putting on clothes. Brandon, come on, man. Reorganize that stuff. Unless they share the drawer, I guess. But, man.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, underwear in the middle of your body, but layer-wise, no.
Yeah, that would.
People don't share drawers, do
And I don't know, maybe. If it's like a huge old school dresser where it's just like one big drawer.
Well, get another dresser.
I mean, maybe you can't afford it, John.
Well, if you can afford a big old one that's probably
Fair.
antique, you can afford
Unless it was handed
a
down.
cheap one that you can get
Maybe
at
Grandma
IKEA.
Leppincott got it for you. Now, you don't want a drawer from IKEA. That thing would probably fall apart in a week.
Listen, if anyone out there, we have an extra drawer if you need one.
A drawer or a whole dresser?
Well, it's a small
Just a
dresser.
drawer.
It's got
Just a
four.
drawer. Here's the drawer.
It's got 4 drawers.
There you go. That's not bad. You had extra vacuums back in the day.
Yeah.
Now this.
Well, this has just been sitting down there for the longest time. If someone wants it, please
There
let
you
me
go.
know.
And by
Or
the
an
way,
extra vacuum.
Poll
I'll let you have that
question.
too.
We're at almost 400 votes in our very
Jeez.
scientific poll question.
Which all the results are verifiable and accurate.
Verified, Nick. What drawer do you put your underwear in? 80% with the top drawer. 4 out of 5 people. John, you can't get 4 out of 5 people to agree on anything.
Unless they're
anything.
dentists.
This is more of a route than when Ronald Reagan won in 84.
Yeah. So now we're comparing Nick to Walter Mondale.
Yeah, damn, Nick.
At least I'm not Reagan.
Bottom drawer, by the way.
You mean the winner?
6%. 6%. So middle drawer weirdos are even more normal, apparently, than Nick. What in the world?
It makes me feel weird that the middle drawer is beating
That's
bottom
so
drawer.
strange.
That's
That's
really,
weird.
really
What's
weird.
going on here?
That's really,
What's going
really-
on here?
I just want to understand.
What's going
That's
on?
it. I just want to know.
Chubba. All right.
Luke on the YouTube.
Yep.
Casey Thompson will start every game for the Huskers in 2022. I'll put that on the list.
Oh,
Way to go out there on a limb, Luke. Way to go out
That
there on
would
a
be
limb.
quite the surprise.
Yes, it would.
That would make the season even more interesting.
It would.
Yep.
All right. Continuing, Mike Schaefer will join us in about 30. And we'll talk more about, yes, Big Red. But we will get to the projections. We're going to spoil
Big Red.
We're going to spoil the season for you.
Rats. Spoiler alert. So
Yep. Spoiler alert.
if you don't want to know
If
the
you don't want to know how
endings.
this one goes,
Uh-huh.
might want to tune out. Bill Conley's SP Plus projections are a thing, and they are here on 1620 The Zone.
Zone, taste of our takes. Sharpen betting in the morning.
Top player in the state, and we need you to stay here in Nebraska to help to get this thing back on track and then to continue our winning ways once it happens. So we need to put a gate around the state of Nebraska and the players that we think that can play for us in the state. We need to make sure they stay home.
And so Mickey Joseph, good stuff.
Just a taste of 1620 The Zone takes. For more, tune in every day to 1620 AM or go to 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Stronger northwest winds will gust as high as 20 to 30 miles an hour throughout the afternoon. Temperatures will max into the upper 40s and 50s. But tonight, clear skies, temperatures plummet into the mid to lower 20s. For your Thursday afternoon, a high of 54 with partly cloudy skies. I'm meteorologist Anthony Copeland for KETV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
Baseball season is coming for the UNO Mavericks. Season tickets at Tal Anderson Field are on sale now, and plans start at just $265. Go to omavs.com/ticks or call 402-554-6287 to get your tickets now.
You're in the driver's seat with Woodhouse. Shop, finance, and buy your next vehicle your way. From the comfort of your home at woodhouse.com, one of our 19 dealerships, or a combination of both. It's that easy. Plus, offering the most wanted new makes and leading pre-owned models, your next vehicle is on the lot or on its way. Shop confidently with the Woodhouse team today. Serving customers and communities since 1975. This is Woodhouse.
Hey everyone, Josh and John here for the FanDuel Sportsbook. The Super Bowl is arriving on Sunday, and new customers, you have to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. Put in our promo code 1620 because a $5 bet can turn into $280. All you have to do is pick the correct team to win, and because I'm sitting right next to my good friend John Bishop, of course, I will go with the Los Angeles Rams. Turn $5 into $280 today on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
And Josh, here's my Super Bowl prop tip. The Rams have never used the Gatorade dunk on head coach Sean McVay. You might pick none when you find that Gatorade prop on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Don't miss this chance to turn $5 into $280 cash. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Use our promo code 1620. Again, promo code 1620. 21 plus in President Iowa. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $280. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Guys, are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas available exclusively from Pajamagram.com. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own soft skin. She'll love slipping these on every night. They are so soft and luxurious, they'll melt away her stress. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her naturally nude pajamas. Just go to Pajamagram.com or text the word GIFT, that's GIFT, to 41234. Again, text the word GIFT to 41234 to order naturally nude pajamas. It's fast, it's easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed.
It's that time of year again. He's back. Old Man Winter has arrived. If you notice the cold air leaking through your home's windows, give J-Tech Construction a call for a free estimate. Keep winter cold outdoors where it belongs. Let the official exterior experts, J-Tech Construction, upgrade you to triple pane replacement windows and start saving money on your energy bills. The winter cold doesn't have to mean higher heating costs. Get all the details by going to yourexteriorexperts.com and get started.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Listen to Woodhouse Auto Family Blue Jay Overtime, the Creighton men's basketball postgame show on 1620 The Zone, and live from the downtown Addie Sports Bar and Grill on 10th Street right after every home game, exclusively on your home for Creighton Blue Jays, 1620 The Zone.
There's only one game they call the big game, and Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs makes watching the big game even bigger. Join your friends and get to the big game viewing party this Sunday at Whiskey Roadhouse, where the first 200 guests get a free Caesars Sportsbook cap. The game day menu features Whiskey Roadhouse's juicy burgers, crunchy nachos, and spicy wings. But seating is limited. Get there when doors open at noon for the best seat. The big game is better at Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Hashtag not racist.
The 1620 The Zone.
Don't forget, The Zone is your home for Super Bowl 56. All the coverage on Sunday, courtesy of Westwood One, your NFC champion, Los Angeles Rams. And again, all the coverage right here on 1620 The Zone.
What about the AFC champions?
Yeah, who's the other team, John?
Don't know.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Paws up.
Bengals.
Who cares?
No, they're dead if their paws are up. Nick.
Stripes
Unless
up.
they want to be scratched on their bellies.
Steve brings up an interesting point, not to, again, derail the conversation, but which is weirder, Stibbs with the living room TP or Nick with the undies in the bottom drawer? I forgot one of the first dumb debates was the toilet paper over or under on the roll.
And that weirdo said
and
neither.
Stibbs decided to tell us that he didn't put the toilet paper on the roll.
He just had it out and about.
Yeah.
The whole
And
apartment.
so they would have to, like, if it was time to do business, you have to grab the toilet paper and bring it with you into the bathroom.
What did the fine women that Stibbs brought over, what did they think of this?
Yeah.
What did they think? What did all of those
Well,
women
according to
think?
you guys, it was probably fine because he keeps his underwear in the top drawer, probably.
Well, I mean, yes, because he's normal in that regard, Nick, but he's also weirdo in other ways. He did follow up and say, I'm a part of the Tushy squad now. My life has changed for the better, and I couldn't be happier.
Whoa, must be nice to have your gold toilet seats in your
What is
your
a Tushy?
bidet.
It's a bidet?
It's a bidet.
Stibbs has a bidet?
Yeah.
I'd love a bidet.
How much money is this man making now?
Apparently too much.
A boat?
Share your wealth, Stibbs.
Yeah, the 1%. This is who Bernie was talking about. Wow.
Now,
1%.
The 1%.
Now, I mean,
Wow.
Stibbs might literally be, hooking up the garden hose to the next door neighbor and using their
calling
water
it Tushy?
and calling it Tushy.
Oh, it's totally a bidet, guys. I promise.
Yeah. Don't look
He
at
just
the brand.
he keeps the water on the whole time. He just kinks the hose when it's not in use.
Man.
Well, they all have the sprayer on it.
Yeah. Okay, well.
We tweeted it out earlier today from the J-Tech
Uh-huh.
Construction Zone Twitter feed. I'll hit the retweet button for those of you who haven't seen it from the @USC 1620 account. But Bill Conley has put out his SP Plus preseason rankings. And as a result, we now know exactly what Nebraska is going to be this year. We don't even have to play the
A
season.
football team. They will be a football team.
Now,
Nick.
just like last year, SP Plus pretty much had Nebraska a top 40 team most of the season.
Mhm.
I think they were below 40 early in the season, but it actually got a little bit better as the season went on. And this year, SP Plus, And the formula is weighted. It's got different things. We told you yesterday about the returning production. That's a part of the formula.
Yep.
Recruiting is a part of the formula, and history. Their recent history is part of the formula.
So that must be weighing them down tremendously.
Must not be.
Well, or they're overcoming some of that.
Yes, they are. But Nebraska is 34th in the first preseason SP Plus. 34th. Offense, 36th. Defense, 37th. So very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some are going to say, well, the defense lost a lot. That should be lower.
John, the defense lost a lot. That should be lower.
But that's the thing about these types of systems, whether it's SP Plus or any of the other analytical, services that are out there or rankings that are out there. They are not, they're programmed by humans, but they're programmed not to be as reactionary as humans, where you're not going to get these wild variations, where, one loss is going to drop you 40 spots. Mm-hmm. Or one win isn't going to raise you 40.
Well,
spots.
And remember, too, it's about winning plays. You win a play. Yes. So in a game, that's why Nebraska lost so many games last year that at the end it was like they had an 86% success rate. That's because they won 86% of the plays, but the 14% of the plays that they lost were the ones that were more important in the end.
Now, the reason for the formula, and if you've been following along either with him or through us on the program, Bill uses this as kind of a way to bet games. He looks at the margins, because basically what it does is it takes the offense and the defense and gives you a projection of how, roughly how many points they could score against a particular matchup.
Yeah.
And it comes up with a predictive score. And so each week, we talk about, Conley sees this as, 25.6 to 21.7. And you add the numbers together, you got your total, and he uses it. And last year was pretty volatile, not as consistent as other years. But using his formula, I have projected every game except for the North Dakota game, because he doesn't have FCS numbers.
Well, that would be projected as a win.
That would be a win. Yes,
that would, I believe last year. So it was Fordham, right? Was the FCS game they played?
Fordham.
And that week Nebraska was like a 42-point favorite according to SP Plus. So put that as a win as well. We can add that as a win.
So the projected games this year, and this is I'm just using a standard 2.5 point home advantage.
Yeah.
So the home team gets 2.5 extra points, just flat across the board. Northwestern.
On the
neutral site,
game.
So there's no 2.5 points assigned to either team. Northwestern's a 16-point Nebraska win. Congratulations.
Now, in fairness of equal sides, Bill had Nebraska as a 7-point victor over Illinois, if I remember right. They lost.
Yeah, but he also didn't have Nebraska beating Northwestern by 49.
I'm just saying. Once again, equal sides.
Equal sides.
Both sides.
Equal sides.
Uh-huh.
Georgia Southern. 23-point win.
Nice.
Oklahoma. 5-point loss.
Wow. Real fast. If the spread, because this is also a good handy guide for the actual spread. His numbers are usually pretty close to Vegas.
Fairly. I mean,
Oklahoma's only a 5-point favorite. They'll probably be closer to 7.
Indiana. Almost a 15-point Husker win.
Wow.
At the Rutgers.
On a Friday.
Doesn't
the Friday night bump give Rutgers like 8 points?
It's actually a 10.5 point reduction for the visiting team if you play on a Friday. No, it's Rutgers. It's a 10-point Nebraska win.
Okay.
At Purdue. 3.6 loss.
Ooh.
If you're keeping track now, we're up to 4-2. We're not counting North Dakota. If you want to just go ahead.
5-2, yeah.
They're 5-2.
Yeah.
Illinois. 16-point win.
Illinois.
Nebraska is now bowl eligible, ladies and gentlemen, at 6-2.
And they still have 4 games left.
Which means the 10-win season is in play.
Which means that this definitely isn't going to happen.
Big contract extension is in play.
That's true. He's getting his full paycheck back.
Minnesota. 0.4 point loss.
Oh, a half-point loss? That's not even possible, theoretically.
At Michigan, 12-point loss. Wisconsin, 3.5-point loss. At Iowa, 3.9-point loss.
Yeah, so you got 5 games that are a touchdown or less, and 4 games that are basically a field goal.
All the Nebraska wins
are double-digit wins.
Are double-digit projected wins. All the losses, with the exception of Michigan, are one score. Well, actually, under one score.
Under
loss.
one score, yeah.
Under a touchdown.
Yeah.
Under a touchdown.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that's all based on probability and things of that nature. But my biggest takeaway from this is that this is going to, again, for what seems like the umpteenth consecutive year, when we get those early Vegas win totals, is probably going to put Nebraska in that 5.5 to 6.5 win bet.
Yep.
Which
That'll be the win
unfortunately has hit the under each of the last 5 years.
Greg and Lincoln says 5 of the 7 in the West are top 50 for SP plus #easy schedule. Yeah, that's the other thing that stood out to me too.
Oh yeah,
is you look at the rankings of the. I'm going to go back to the first slide on the video, but you look at the rankings of the teams that they are playing overall. Oklahoma 7th, Michigan 4th, Wisconsin 10th, and so of course that's a Big Ten West team. Minnesota, another Big Ten West 19th, Iowa 26th, Purdue 27th. And then after that, you got a bunch of teams that are lower. Northwestern 89, Rutgers 80 or 77, Indiana 78, et cetera, et cetera. But the division is tough. And again, this is a story of a season because of how it's built, where we will probably have a very similar conversation as we get closer to the year, like we did last year. And that's they got to pick up wins early. If they lose early, it just changes the math. And I know that's simplistic and it's also obvious. But man, them starting 0-1. Now they ended up going 3-9, so it really didn't matter. But they started 0-1. It was like, dang, now they got to go 6-5. And that's why that Northwestern game, look, I don't know if I'm going to call it the most important game of the year like I did with Illinois, but that is such an important game. And I would be surprised if the margin of victory was 16 points either way. Part of this is I'm just going to expect Northwestern to bounce back because Northwestern always bounces back. But Nebraska, think about Nebraska and all the new faces, the new people, coaches and players, that they're going to now travel and they're going to go halfway around the world and they're going to go play in a different country in August in a make or break season. Like the pressure is going to be there. What happens? And then what does that mean for the rest of the year? And then they don't get an off week. They got to come back and play again.
3 of Nebraska's opponents did make the list of the most improved teams from last year's SP Plus to this year's preseason, and they're all games that Nebraska's favored to win by double digits. Indiana's improved, Northwestern's improved, Georgia Southern's improved. According to Bill Conley, on the teams that have regressed the most, only Illinois shows up on that list. But Clones fans, you're going to hold your ears. Iowa State is 4th in regression.
Yeah.
4th most regression this year. Oklahoma State is in that list. So, again, these are predictive, but I think it's a good guide. And so don't be surprised that Vegas total will be hovering somewhere around 5.5, 6.5 wins.
I'd put it at 5.5.
And it could be. And unfortunately, again, the under has hit 5 straight years.
And then I believe 6 out of the last 7.
You would be correct.
Yeah. The only time it hadn't hit was in 2016. They won 9 games.
So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we spoiled the season.
Our
for
bad.
you.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Gives us more time to talk about
Major League Baseball.
Sure.
Major League Baseball. Yeah.
Coming up, Mike Schaefer will join us. We'll get his thoughts on this. And our zone deal this week is for Cops Pizza.
Ooh.
Home of delicious pizzas, fresh salads, tasty charred wings with a big variety of house-made sauces. And they've got keto crust, too. Get 50% off Cops Pizza, this week's discount deal, on sale this Friday.
At 9.
1620thezone.com.
1620 The Zone is easy to hear anywhere. On air, online, and on social media. Wherever you are, we are. 1620 The Zone.
Love. It makes us do crazy things, like being the first one to say, I love you, or adopting a cat together when you're more of a dog person. Celebrate the madness of love with a perfect Valentine's gift from Hellsberg Diamonds. Right now, half-carat diamond heart pendants in your choice of white, yellow, or rose gold are just $399.99, a savings of $400. Show her you're smitten with the gift of gorgeous jewelry at our best prices of the season. Hurry, Valentine's Day is Monday, February 14th. Shop at hellsberg.com or visit a store near you.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Pandemic-impacted homeowners may be at risk of losing their homes, which is why the state of Nebraska is providing relief through the Homeowner Assistance Fund. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $30,000 in assistance for past due mortgage payments, past due real estate taxes, HOA dues, and homeowners or flood insurance. Funds will be distributed until they run out, and they do not need to be paid back. View qualifications and apply today at NebraskaHAF.com. That's NebraskaHAF.com.
This is a sale so big that Standard Heating and Air can only do it once a year. Right now, and for a very limited time, buy a Carrier air conditioner from Standard Heating and Air and get a free furnace. Your AC and furnace aren't getting any younger, and this sale couldn't be any bigger. This is a limited time offer, so do not wait. Buy an AC from Standard Heating and Air and get a free furnace. Carrier, turn to the experts. On qualifying equipment, for details, call or click.
At Dingman's, our first priority is protecting your safety. We are here to be your personal advocate to ensure you receive safe, proper repairs by the highest skilled technicians in the industry. Vehicle technology is changing faster than ever. Performing manufacturer repair procedures is just one way we ensure your vehicle will be returned to you as safe as it was when you bought it. Visit our website at dingmans.com or stop in to experience the Dingman difference for yourself. At Dingman's, we would rather be the best than apologize for anything less.
OSI Oakland Foods wants you. OSI Oakland offers streamlined employment, competitive pay, benefits including vacation, medical, dental, vision, 401k, safe work environment, and a referral bonus of up to $1,500. OSI offers transportation to and from their plant from Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Atlantic. OSI Oakland is hiring third shift maintenance at up to $25 an hour, machine operators up to $20.50 an hour, and production up to $20 an hour. Apply at osigroup.com/careers or at their plant Monday through Friday for on-the-spot interviews. Come work for OSI today.
As the old saying goes, the best part about memories is making them. So this year, come and make some incredible memories with your family and friends in Sarpy County, Nebraska. Wintertime is actually a great time to explore the miles and miles of trails at places like Schramm Park or Fontenelle Forest. Prefer to stay inside? Not to worry. Sarpy County is home to some amazing restaurants, breweries, and distilleries. Click GoSarpy.com to plan your next memory. Sarpy County, Nebraska. So much, so near, so fun!
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
Scott on Twitter says, this is BS. Huskers to the Rose Bowl, baby.
There you go!
Well, Wisconsin did make a Rose Bowl, losing like 5 or 6 games one year. Remember that?
They got to play Nebraska.
The sunset.
Can Nebraska play Nebraska and pick up a win? I believe that's called the spring game.
I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Another Scott, 2 different Scotts. If we've learned anything these last few years, it's that preseason predictions come true.
Hey, unless you're Farron or me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
When is anything that looked good on paper ever been wrong?
I've never heard of anything looking good on paper and being wrong in real life.
Yeah,
Never.
I thought
Not even once.
Paper was always right.
Uh-huh. Oh, by the way, the SP Plus, if you're wondering what it was like at the top, because I know we just spent a lot of time talking about Nebraska. Ohio State was the #1 team. As he pointed out, he wrote about Ohio State. They bring back an unusual amount of production for a team of that ilk. He writes, Ohio State ranking in the top 25 in returning production is pretty unheard of. The bluest of blue bloods tend to lose tons of production in the NFL each year.
Good point.
So that's why they are number one. So it was a young team, and they bring a lot of people back. So Ohio State number 1, Georgia number 2, Bama 3rd, Michigan 4, and Clemson right back in the top 5 at 5th. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Tennessee, and Wisconsin rounding out the top 10. I was a little surprised that it wasn't Bama number 1 because that looking at pretty easy to pick Alabama to win the national championship. Most years you're going to be right like half the time.
Mhm.
But that is a team, that was, I thought they were a year ahead of schedule, making it to the championship game, having a lead in the championship game. They could have very well won the title. I like Alabama in 2022. I like Alabama.
Way
But
to
I
go
do
out
like
on a limb there.
I know. I do like Ohio State to get back on top of the Big Ten. If Tennessee ends up being a top 10-ish team, that will be quite the year too for Josh Heupel. They exceeded my expectations for him in 2021. Exceeded mine.
Well, if you maybe you didn't catch it, as Josh, we were talking about the projections, but if you missed it, Nebraska's moving their football game to Friday against Rutgers.
Yeah.
You're usually excited about this.
I like it. Now this year it's different because I'll be in Chicago. Because normally I'd love it because I get a whole Saturday to just do whatever.
Right.
This year I'll be in Chicago just basically drinking water because I'll be running the race the next day. But I love Friday night games because people hate
Because
it.
they're different.
No, because people hate it. It's just funny.
Oh, so you don't like it because you like it. You like it because everyone hates it.
Well, I mean, I like
You
it.
like it because people are triggered.
Yes, both reasons.
You
though.
get pleasure from
I
that.
like watching college football on Thursdays and
Sicko.
Fridays and Saturdays. Some people just like it on Saturdays. But I immediately saw some of the scribes complaining. It just makes me laugh. I laugh.
Josh Peterson out on high school football.
We've known this.
Yeah, I don't like high school football. I'm a jerk. I'll admit it. I'm a jerk. It's just kind of funny. It's just a game. It's not a big deal. Sicko. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. So what this means is that's one less day to prepare after Indiana, and
One more day though
to prepare for Purdue.
I'd rather have. That's a good trade.
And if you're wondering,
I'd rather have an extra day for Purdue.
if you're wondering, that weekend, which would be the Saturday the 8th, features the Texas-Oklahoma game, the Ohio State-Michigan State game, the Notre Dame BYU in Las Vegas,
Whoa.
Tennessee at LSU,
Look at this. This is a great Saturday.
Texas A&M at Alabama,
Oh my goodness.
and Auburn at Georgia.
That is awesome. See, this is a good thing.
So there's the trade-off. The
Yeah.
trade-off is you won't, if you want to watch any of those games or whatever else might be playing that weekend, like Iowa at Illinois, you'll be able to watch it on Saturday.
Now, I do think, John, you will probably have to do overreaction that night. I'm just letting you know. No, I'm just saying. I'm going to be gone. I'll be in Chicago. Gary announces high school football games. Damon coaches in high school football games. So I think it's just going to be you and Happer.
Which game is that?
Nebraska at Rutgers.
Is that I don't have the schedule in front of me.
It's Friday, October the 7th.
Is it the third game? Which, like in the...
Oh, no, it's the fifth. It's the
Listen,
sixth.
Fifth or sixth?
the technology is there.
You're
I was
thinking
going to make
earlier.
a call
The
back.
technology is there that Damon can join you from on using, the video stream from whatever press box he's
coaching.
in. And well, he can call.
Oh, he can't. He's got to
he can call.
focus.
He can help call defenses and
Ready, focus.
host, with you at the same time while you're in some swanky Chicago hotel.
Swanky. I do hope it's swanky. I'll be raising money for St. Jude again, so they're putting me up in a hotel.
I said swanky, not stanky.
Oh, not stanky. That said, John, I do not know for sure when we are leaving. We might be driving or we might be flying. And if we fly, we're leaving on Saturday. So then I could do overreaction, I guess, with you.
No,
Fine, I'll do it with Happer, you big baby.
I'm retired from Big Red Overreaction.
That's not true.
I'm retired.
I don't think you're allowed to do
Not true.
That'd be awesome if I could, though.
Travis says, "Ha! I'm taking credit for John calling it Texas OU rather than OU Texas." Remember we had that whole debate? Or
Did we?
Yeah, during the season. Yeah, about calling it. You got to say Texas or Oklahoma first. And I don't remember. It's a whole thing.
The schedule that has Texas versus Oklahoma. So I just read it in the order that whatever's on the teleprompter, Burgundy will read.
Happer says, you guys are going to make me do solo overreaction for the Rutgers game. If anything, we should be blaming Gary and Damon for doing other things that night.
Well, and who's to say that Nebraska might just decide, you know what, we're moving all the high school games to Wednesday that week.
That'd be great. Jed says, good thing October 8th is a good slate of games so it can overshadow Rutgers beating Nebraska on Friday. Hashtag put it on the list.
Wow. Okay, Jed.
Put it on the list.
You dared me.
Get the eggs. And then Greg and Lincoln being a little snarky before we talk to Mike Schaefer says, why would they need the extra day to prep for Purdue? Nebraska fans keep telling me Nebraska isn't Purdue and nothing to worry about. Worry about Purdue, folks. Purdue in the Scott Frost era is 3-1 versus the Big Red.
That's true.
3-1.
Coming up next, Mike Schaefer will join us.
Awesome.
Did we ever send him the link?
I thought that was I will send it to him right now.
All right, I didn't. Yeah. Joining us in the video stream. We'll get his thoughts on this and which high school game will he be attending so that he also can't do the Big Red overreaction. Or will he be making the trip to the Rutgers?
Piscataway.
I think we should start calling it the Rutgers.
The Rutgers? The Rutgers.
Yes. Why does the Ohio State get the? I think it should be the Rutgers.
The Rutgers.
The Rutgers almost sounds like a D level 80s slasher film. You know, not Nightmare on Elm Street level, mainstream.
It's a movie you saw at a bad theater.
Like a budget film.
I think that's a straight to VHS.
Or it could be a straight to VHS.
The Rutgers.
Huh. Nobody survives.
It's like a mystery science theater movie.
The Rutgers.
And then John says, Jed is brilliant. Wow, look at that. Jed is brilliant.
Well, Jed just made the list.
Man, if they lose that game, good luck, Happer, doing a Friday night overreaction. Whew, you'll be on until well into Saturday morning.
Yep, it'll be a Saturday morning Big Red overreaction. Mike Schaefer of Husker 24/7. Husker 24/7. Next on 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone. 1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Heads up an earlier crash in the area of 164th and Harrison, still affecting westbound commuters. Otherwise, looks like there's a little bit of a delay if you're west on 370 just before I-80, and also slow going on L Street for both directions right around the JFK. I'm Mike Neville.
This time-saving traffic is brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery.
Trucks and Bucks is back, so take cover. Our most popular scratch ticket is bigger than ever, and you could win one of 8 beautiful new blue trucks. So slide into a Nebraska Lottery retailer and play today. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Email Sharp and Benning on Equitable Bank inbox with your love, your hate, whatever your hot takes are. We're here for you. The Zone inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. We want to hear from you on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox.
We are courtside, KP here with more satisfied and happy John Higgins Weather Guard customers.
I've had many family and friends that have asked me about roofing needs, and we have recommended Weather Guard over and over, and every time they've come through.
Make the right call, fans. America's leading installer of Da Vinci roofs and roofs of all styles. The rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard, providing the highest level of customer service with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau.
Roof of Reese. Roof of Reese.
For the next 9 days, February 4th through the 12th, 42 Degrees will give you additional discounts by bringing in cans or boxed food and hygiene products for the Omaha Veterans Food Pantry and receive an additional discount and help a veteran. Bring 2 items and receive an extra 5%. For 4 items, 10%, and 6 items or more, a 15% discount. So help yourself to additional discounts and help a veteran by donating cans and boxed food and hygiene products to your closest 42 Degree location. Buy your mom's house.
Enterprise Car Sales in Omaha has a large selection of vehicles at their West Dodge Road location and thousands more to choose from in their nationwide inventory. Their team is available online and at their dealership, ready to help you find the right vehicle with their transparent approach. Click enterprisecarsales.com and start your vehicle purchase, or visit the Enterprise Car Sales location right off 180th and West Dodge Road on Birch Street.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
There's only one game they call the big game, and Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs makes watching the big game even bigger. Join your friends and get to the big game viewing party this Sunday at Whiskey Roadhouse, where the first 200 guests get a free Caesars Sportsbook cap. The game day menu features Whiskey Roadhouse's juicy burgers, crunchy nachos, and spicy wings. But seating is limited. Get there when doors open at noon for the best seat. The big game is better at Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs.
Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
Greeting, Earthlings. We have now taken over your radio.
Mike Schaefer.
See, I would argue, because I like to argue, we all underestimated how hard it is to, 1, win college football games, and 2, transition and take over a program.
Mike Schaefer.
I was trying to kindly tell Mr. Bishop the Vikings have a chance to surprise some people, and I think that they could even win the division.
Mike Schaefer.
It doesn't seem like the kind of book where they would be hooked on meth. That got dark.
Mike Schaefer.
Schaefer will be joining us momentarily. He told us speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
He just literally popped into the old green room there.
Whoa.
So there we go. Mike Schaefer. Wow, look, and even my fancy little graphic.
The graphic.
It's kind of a little intrusive, so I'm going to go ahead and take
pretty
that
aggressive.
down.
Yeah.
Well, I designed it back when the Schaefer
just a phone.
was when the Schaefer was on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll design a new graphic for you, Schaefer. I'll put little Viking horns on it. It'll be very cute. By the way, thanks for stealing another coach from us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this one does. So I think I would have preferred your defensive coordinator instead of the guy who holds the sheet for McVay to read off of.
Hey, here you go, Sean. Here's your menu. Quick, pick a play. You only have 40 seconds to do it.
No, we'll see how it goes. What was it this time last week? We were all prepared for Jim Harbaugh to be in purple, and they didn't offer him the job. And then Michigan's coordinators have all left, and now they have co-offensive coordinators. And Mike Hart, the guy that's supposed to be the next coach behind Jim Harbaugh, despite the fact he's never really done anything more than be a running backs coach in MAC schools and the Big Ten. Kind of weird up there. I'm just admitting it. I'm enjoying it a little bit. So
are you enjoying Michigan having a weird time?
Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but
it's a stunner. What's next? Enjoying Kansas basketball's failures in March Madness?
Yeah. Should we talk about Bucknell? Do you guys want to talk about Bradley? Where do you want to go?
Northern Iowa.
I remember that day, Ali Farouk Manesh. What an incredible game that was.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, good times. Good times indeed. So we were just talking about the Rutgers being a Friday game. So which high school game are you foregoing so you can watch the Rutgers?
The high school schedule actually just came out.
I saw that
today. And so I was actually taking a peek at it, trying to figure out what interesting matchups and games would have been going on. And I don't think there's anything that I'm going to be too heartbroken about missing on October 7th. So this all worked out. This works out pretty well. The games that I feel like I would have needed to see, I can get done in the other 8 or 9 weeks of the season.
And you know what I'm pumped about, Shafe, is all of the people that had to schedule a wedding for the bye week on that Saturday, and they were all sad about it once the schedule got changed.
Yeah.
Now they get another off Saturday. Now, John just ran through some of the games on that Saturday. Oh, my goodness. It is a loaded week. So,
Honey, we can't get married that weekend because it's LSU and Tennessee.
yeah, you got to watch LSU and Tennessee. But at least I'm happy for those folks.
Who the hell cares about LSU and Tennessee?
Who doesn't?
I mean, I agree in general with the principle of you don't put weddings on Saturdays in October. I mean, I certainly sign up for that team, but I mean, are we really considering LSU Tennessee appointment television for college football?
To be fair, that was the last game that John read when we went through the schedule. Notre Dame plays BYU in Vegas, which is just the weirdest sentence that I think I've said in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to stay
Okay.
away.
All right.
I think that's a good idea.
Probably a good idea.
I think that is a good idea. We also just ran down Bill Conley's projections for this year. And stop me if you've heard this. 6-6.
I have heard it.
Yeah, a couple times.
Stop me if you've heard this. A lot of one possession games.
Yeah, see, there we go. I asked a former colleague of mine. You guys might know him by now, Connor Happer. He's been bumming around Omaha looking for a job. If you see him, help him out a little bit. But
I can't. I don't know what
I
to
think
look
he's
for.
doing a solo edition of Bigger Overreaction for the Rutgers game.
I think he is. Also,
nice.
I've been looking for this guy with a beard, and I have not been able to find one.
No beards.
He does this whole thing like it's like a controlled burn in Kansas, and everybody hates him for it. He does a controlled burn of his face, and everybody hates him.
But you were talking to him.
What would create more smog and stink? A Kansas controlled burn or Connor burning his beard?
Oh.
I don't know. Look, we've all witnessed it. It's pretty ugly. I mean, there's a reason he grew the beard in the first place. There's a reason I had a beard. I know what it looks like without it. I remember those photos from 2017. I can't go back to the Kentucky Derby. I'm not allowed there anymore. So we all make decisions, and then we have to live with them.
But you were talking to him about the schedule.
Yeah, sorry, we got off track there. No, I was asking how many one possession games that we can reasonably expect. I saw the 5-6. Fair, not willing to put a prediction on North Dakota yet at this point in time. Understandable. Leaving that one alone. You don't know the hangover fatigue of having to fly back from Ireland. That could be a real barn burner. So I get it, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Nebraska is in another situation where they're right around 500. I mean, I don't know enough about this team to really look at that projection and think a whole lot one way or the other. I mean, they got worse on defense. Their offensive line is still very much needs to be fixed. And as much as we like the pieces that they've added at skill position players, at least from individual components, we don't know what it would look like yet as a total team. So, I think the safest, easiest projection anyone can make, and it's not like Bill Conley makes he plugs in
It's
numbers.
his formula. Yeah, he's plugging in numbers.
But I'm not remotely surprised that any formula or any person would see Nebraska to be around 500 for 2022.
Shave, how would you grade this offseason so far? I know last week we had you on. We were talking about Super Sixes and going over that. And I know that there are still things that will change. There are 5 players over the 85 scholarship limit as of last count. So there will still be changes with the actual roster. But when you look at what has been put together with the players and the coaches, how do you think this has gone letter grade wise?
Yeah, it's gone better than I thought it would, but that doesn't mean that it's like an A. I think that's kind of the thing you'll get people mad at you either way on this. To me, it's a solid B. Maybe it's close to a B plus. I like the coaching hires. I think they've added some interesting pieces through the transfer portal. I still don't feel confident in this organization to the point where it's like I'm going to attach my name to an 8-4 or a 9-3 season. But could they flip a couple losses into wins and round out to 7-5? Sure, they could. I mean, they were much better than a 3-9 team seems to be, but they were 3-9. So their offseason, I think, has gone well, but I don't think it's impeccable. I mean, I still have no idea what the offensive line is going to look like, and that's a concern to me. I mean, they did lose an assistant that I like quite a bit in Tony Tuioti, and they're getting younger on defense, and I don't know that there's evidence to predict that they're going to have significant difference makers on defense either. I think one of the things that is most hard about this team kind of moving forward is you lost two guys in Cam Taylor-Britt and JoJo Doman that not only were dependable in terms of being out there on the field, but they also made plays in key situations. They forced turnovers. They stepped up. They did things that I am not, and I like certain pieces of this defense, but do I look at Luke Reimer as someone who is incredibly competent and useful? Yes. Do I look at him as an eraser on defense? No. They don't have those guys that I know of at this point in time. And so it's, when we look at this team from the view of February 9th, I still have some real skepticism of what the actual upside of it is. But the baseline seems like they're at least going to be in the neighborhood of where those projections put them.
Mike Schaefer of Husker 24/7 joining us live in the video stream on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. You mentioned, and you're starting to go through coach by coach with the recruiting scorecard when you were expanding on Brian Applewhite, new running backs coach. You said the running back room as it currently stands is uncentered. Expand on that a little bit, please.
Well, I just don't know what it is that they're looking for yet at running back. I mean, they have every different type of running back imaginable on the roster, and I think that's by design because I don't know that they know what it is that they want. Like, I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you I know what the complementary running back is in a Mark Whipple offense. I can't sit here and tell you I know what the running back that Brian Applewhite does the best work with is. Throughout the duration of his career. So a lot of it is going and accumulating guys that are different than each other. There's nobody that's like Ramir Johnson other than Ramir Johnson. Marquise Stepp and Jock Yant are different running backs than A.J. Allen and Anthony Grant. So I think some of that for me is just that I don't view any one particular style as standing out. And that's not a bad thing. It's just to say that we don't know what the makeup of this room, if this works and it goes forward, we don't know what the makeup of this room is going to be in terms of the style of running back that they would prefer in this offense. I think it's a Ramir Johnson. I think it's a third down type that hits the hole hard, that has no real obvious weakness, but maybe is a little limited in terms of overall upside. But I don't know that to be certain. So that was sort of the reason why I view it a little bit, what did I write? Uncentered.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my thought process is on it. But other people might look at it and think, okay, Gabe Irvin and A.J. Allen and Anthony Grant seem similar enough. And then you have these outside pieces of a power back, maybe in Yant or Stepp. And then you have a piece in Ramir Johnson that's different than all of it. I just don't know enough at this point. But I feel like there's no overarching type that they have currently recruited to.
Shape, I don't think John and I have discussed the news of the last couple of days with some of the changes going on behind the scenes with Nebraska football. Anything stand out in particular? I guess, what was your reaction to those announcements? I don't even know if they've actually officially announced them yet.
I don't have a lot of reaction to it. I did not ever cover, and I can't come up with the name for the life of me off the top of my head. I can't say that I have ever had an interaction or covered the guy that used to work for Nebraska under Bill Callahan.
Is it Vince Ginta?
I think it was Ginta,
but I don't.
Ginta?
Yeah. I honestly,
It's
don't.
Guinta.
For some reason, I mean, when I saw the name in print, it was like it kind of looks familiar, but I don't remember him.
I remember him when he went.
Days.
I remember when he got the job at Wisconsin. Because I remember former colleague in the media, Nate Klaus, he knew him from obviously his time working for Nebraska.
Yeah, and I just don't have that sort of familiarity with him. I mean, obviously he's been at several different organizations, whether it was Oregon State, Wisconsin, Baylor, Nebraska. He's a veteran in terms of recruiting. He's certainly someone that can help expand the operation. What his day-to-day is going to be and what the overall value of it is, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's the guy that Scott Frost is bringing in to kind of oversee transfer portal recruiting and additions there. So I can't speak to what that role is. And I mean, I think the easiest thing to say is that they just need to continue to expand their operation in terms of bringing in people that can help them identify players and pare down things and just be involved in the recruiting operation. It's only going to get bigger. I mean, you're not going to get a smaller recruiting operation in 2022. And so this seems like a step in that direction.
There's been a lot of takes in the last few days about changing the recruiting calendar. You know, Sam McEwen went into great detail with his. Others have been a little more broad. But they all seem to include these specific windows for just the transfer portal. Do you like kind of where some of these ideas are headed?
I like how it is now. I mean, I don't really need to change anything. So here's what happens when you decide that there needs to be a transfer portal window. Things change in how we recognize it. Coaches get fired earlier. Coaches get fired later. Jim Harbaugh leaves it on signing day in 2022, and suddenly the whole conversation about, well, what should happen to all these kids that signed in December and have been on campus, and should they get, whatever it is. So life happens. Like you set these deadlines. I mean, we just work around them, whatever it is. And so I just think that there's no perfect time for any of this to work. I mean, especially when you have kids who are trying to enroll to give themselves a leg up January 1, and they commit to these programs in March of the previous or of the same calendar year. And then that team has a bad season and they fire their coach in November. Like, that's just how this stuff works. I mean, no one says that kid has to commit on March 1, but you know damn well every coach in the country is trying to get them to do so. So I don't feel particularly bad if they decide to change jobs and they end up in a new place and suddenly they don't have as many recruits as they did at the old place. That's life. That's just how it goes. This idiotic idea that there's these perfect systems out there. I mean, we need to stop doing this. We need to stop pretending like there's a perfect way to crown a champion. They play games. We have to determine what the number is, but we don't have to pretend like it's more difficult than that. No one, I mean, no offense, John, here. No one views the Bengals and the Rams as the two best teams in the NFL, yet they're playing for a championship right now. I mean, it's the same idea to me with this transfer portal window thing. Like, there's always going to be stuff that pops up. Like, let's just sit with this for a little bit, see how it goes, see how it evolves. I mean, this is the biggest version of it that we've ever seen. I don't know that I would predict that 2023 cycle would be bigger than 2022. I think some of this all comes back to the decision to extend eligibility for everybody in 2020, which has caused all sorts of roster issues. I'm tired of having to hear about, oh, well, this needs to be changed and that needs to be changed. Like, there's no perfect system. You're trying to bring in kids mid-year. Like, that's part of the problem. You want to change things, eliminate early enrollees and see how that goes. And then you can have kids just sign in a late February period and everything's fine. Coaches don't want that. They don't want that at all.
Is part of your frustration, Shafe, especially with like the transfer portal and let's say that window, like let's just discuss that for a moment, that they just made a lot of these changes. And so we're still in this kind of early portion as we're feeling it out. And so it's part of your frustration, like, hey, let it play out for just a few more years and see what happens before you make a rash decision to do something else so soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's that. It's also that it's just like whining to me, like it comes from people who don't want to leave a job and go somewhere else, and that recruiting class is poor. And then the expectation is that they have to win right away. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, the whole arms race of recruiting has pushed this thing to where guys are committing as freshmen and sophomores in high school. Where did we think that this was going to go? Like, there's no magical period that it's going to fit perfectly for everybody. We've seen every example of it. I mean, you have coaches that get fired in September to give you a leg up in a hiring, and you don't hire the guy until mid-December. Like, what does it mean? I don't know why we have to try to pretend like there's a perfect system. I mean, I personally just want something to stay settled long enough that we aren't having to just adjust how this works every single year. I mean, we've only been in this since 2018. Well, technically 2017, but the 2018 class. I mean, we don't have that much data to really determine these things. And yet it all comes back to coaches are unhappy with this and coaches are unhappy with that. I mean, if you really want to help people out, create a real dead period where it's illegal to have, communication at all with recruits. They're never going to do that. And if they tried, it would get worked around in some way or fashion. I don't know what it is that they actually want. Like, all these things sort of sound good in the abstract, but then you try to apply it to how all these different schools have different calendar schedules. Like, there's some schools that just get started in February. So a kid that decides to enter the transfer portal in January can take official visits to that school all the way through the January 30th. But if he wanted to go to Nebraska, he would have had to have made that decision 10 days earlier. There's no overarching system that decides when schools start. So how do you apply that calendar evenly? I mean, we just went through this with the trimester system with the Pac-12, where guys were jumping off of rosters and ending up in the Pac-12 and playing in the same season. Like, there's just no uniformity in college football, and yet we cry and cry and cry for it, and it doesn't exist. Like, you don't have overarching rules. Nobody's playing by the same system. It doesn't matter if it's NIL or roster spots or anything else. The only uniformity is that you can have 85 total scholarships and you have a certain amount of time to get to that. That's really the only thing that we work with that applies to everybody.
Mike Schaefer here for Chaos.
I mean, it's a great point about the calendars of the schools.
Yeah, because
Nebraska's on the semester system, other schools are on the trimester system.
Right.
The start date.
Some have interterms. Some have kicked this out because of COVID. They want longer winter breaks. So when students come back, I mean, Nebraska last year started in February, right? And then this year they started probably a week later than they normally do. So it's just I just don't know how you're going to magically pick a date on a calendar and make it work. For some reason, college basketball has not changed their system in some time. They have 2 signing periods. They generally make it work. Coaches get fired, believe it or not. Coaches do lose their jobs in college basketball, and yet it hasn't sent the sport spiraling in any sort of pandemonium. Now, they recruit less total people overall, but it's still just, I don't understand why college football always feels like it needs to be on the brink of doomsday with these things.
I think it's just kind of baked into the nature of the sport because we've never had, a real consistent way to determine a champion. And there's been all of these radical things that have gone back and forth, whereas basketball has kind of been fairly stable. About the only thing that really changes is the number of teams in the tournament. But, they've had college football is such a weird sport when you compare it to how everything else is done across all levels of American sport, high school, college, pro. College football is on,
especially FBS college football.
Yeah, they're on Weirdo Island, and
they're putting underwear in the bottom drawer.
They're putting underwear in the bottom drawer.
Yeah.
By the way, Shafe, is the underwear drawer the top drawer?
Yeah, it was for me. I no longer have a dresser. I just have some bins that I use in our master closet. Like, we have a little shelf organizer thing there.
Wow. Is that how the other half lives?
Wow.
Yeah, I moved out of, that's what you do in South
Are
Lake.
the underwear in the top bin or the bottom bin, though?
Yeah, what bin is the underwear in?
Because of the way the shelf is constructed, I guess it would be the top bin of your 3 bin options. But it sits in the middle. It sits in the middle. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling of the closet.
I see where kind of
it's the first available bin.
Because you can probably hang clothes above. Yeah. I'm kind of vibing with what you're.
Vibing.
We're South Lincoln. That's how we do things in South Lincoln.
Look at you guys. What a life.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Are you enjoying the South Lincoln life? Have you properly, gotten the pinky up when you drink, and have you mastered the art of looking down?
I don't
your
know
neck?
if you guys can see, but I joined the Nebraska wine tasting team now that I live down here. So, I got the pinky going up when I have my Pinots.
Oh,
when you have your Pinots. He said Pinots.
Pinots.
Marty Pinots.
By the way, Shafe, how about this? A compliment on Twitter, no less. Greg and Lincoln says, I enjoy Mike Schaefer rants. They don't sound like a typical rant, and it's usually well thought out. Look at that. A compliment.
I really appreciate that because I hadn't considered really what I was going to say until I was just saying it out loud. So impromptu rants are basically where I do most of my work because I really don't do a whole lot of homework.
There you go.
Now, in all fairness, you haven't been with Shafe watching a Vikings game.
Yes, I have.
No, I'm talking in general, the people.
Oh, the people. Yeah. I have. I've watched a couple games with him. Yeah.
Oh, you want some impromptu rants? Watch the Vikings with me. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Those will be off the cuff. They're not safe for any public consumption, though.
Yeah.
Sad.
Do I have your support? I couldn't get support from your colleague, even though one of his favorite players now plays for my team. Can I get some support from you? Or are you going to be like the rest of the bandwagon people and think that a Zach Taylor, Troy Walters championship equals a Nebraska championship?
So I was thinking about this. I just simply do not have, I don't have a care who wins. I mean, normally when the Super Bowl rolls around, I have strong feelings on one of the two teams involved. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty ambivalent here. I don't have a lot. I'm a little miffed that Joe Burrow continues to cost me money. He did it in the college football playoff. He did it in the NFL playoff. Now he's, so there's a little bit of annoyance there. As Josh tweeted yesterday, I've never been one to think that Matt Stafford was a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but that could change. On Sunday, they tell me that you get a trophy after winning that game. I wouldn't know from watching my own team, but that's what I hear. So I really don't have I haven't even really looked at gambling on it yet. I'm gonna focus, I think, on player props more than anything else. But I don't really have a vested side here. I should have wore it. Would have been the right week for it. I think I might just show up to the Super Bowl party wearing my CBS Super Bowl hat from last year. Just a real fashionable thing. And so, I'll be like, what is it, Rob Lowe?
Rob Lowe. You'll be the Rob Lowe of the party.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really struggle to come to another Super Bowl where I've had less of a I really want this team to win kind of thing.
Interesting.
But normally I'm rooting out of spite against the other team. And that's just not the case between the Bengals and the Rams. I have no spite for either. I like both franchises. I'd be happy to either one.
I'm going to take that as tacit support of my team.
Go football is what Shafe will be saying on Sunday.
I'm going to
go NFL. By the way, speaking of Super Bowl, Shafe has a dumb debates question for us that we'll get to in a little bit.
Really?
I think it's a fun one about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Does it have anything to do with being a wine taster at a Super Bowl party?
No, but if you have one of those for us, Shafe, shoot me a text and we'll ask that one on the air too.
If you guys want me to send over some dumb debates as it relates to wine, I'll see if I can work that up.
I would love that.
I don't know do we have enough takes on wine?
I can have a couple takes.
I like a good red.
Yeah, red tastes, like red.
I like a dry red.
Red is good with steak.
Yeah, but are you keeping it in the top drawer or in the bottom drawer?
Let's see. Our wine is in a lower cabinet in the kitchen. I have to think of where everything is. I still don't have it all.
Is everything unpacked yet?
Stuff is unpacked. We're like 85% in the way here. I'm going to have a fence built tomorrow. That's pretty exciting.
Ooh. You believe this guy doesn't even have a wine cellar?
It's the most expensive fence I've ever paid for, but it's a fence nonetheless.
Man, once again, the other half, they are living. Wow. Okay, you guys go have fun in your South Lincoln Club.
We are. Yeah, Shafe, good luck with that and build that wall.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Bye, Shafe.
Mike Shaver of Husker 20.
I'm out of here. Steve says make sure Shafe has 2 bags of Pinots.
2 bags of Pinots to go with his 2 bags of peanuts.
Uh-huh.
Your chance to score $5,000 so you can fill your own wine cellar.
Oh!
The 5K giveaway on 1620thezone.com.
Zone, taste of our takes. Sharpen betting in the morning.
Talking about the Chiefs, it's his team, it's his emotions. It's the morning after what happened at Arrowhead yesterday. We welcome in Eric Warfield.
I still find it hard to believe that an offense as good as we are, that comes up with the most creative plays I've ever seen, with one of the most gifted quarterbacks, you can only muster up 3 points for a second half. I find that hard to believe.
For more, tune in every day to 1620 AM or go to 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Winds diminish a bit this evening, partly cloudy to mostly clear later tonight. Temperatures dropping back to around 24 for a low. Partly cloudy, breezy, mild again on Thursday, high temperature near 54. I am Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More time-saving traffic center. Heads up an earlier crash in the area of 164th and Harrison, still affecting westbound commuters. Otherwise, looks like there's a little bit of a delay if you're west on 370 just before I-80, and also slow going on L Street for both directions right around the JFK. I'm Mike Neville.
It's a celebration of love at Saul's Jewelry and Loan. Now through Valentine's Day, get 50% off a huge selection of jewelry. Diamond rings, 50% off. Gold chains, 50% off. Bracelets, 50% off. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. It's the celebration of love sale at Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Love. It makes us do crazy things, like being the first one to say, I love you, or adopting a cat together when you're more of a dog person. Celebrate the madness of love with a perfect Valentine's gift from Hellsberg Diamonds. Right now, half-carat diamond heart pendants in your choice of white, yellow, or rose gold are just $399.99, a savings of $400. Show her you're smitten with the gift of gorgeous jewelry at our best prices of the season. Hurry, Valentine's Day is Monday, February 14th. Shop at hellsberg.com or visit a store near you.
Creighton Sports Update. Your Creighton women's basketball team returns to action this weekend for 2 Big East clashes. On Friday, the Blue Jays will host Xavier at 6:30. Then on Sunday, they return to action for their pinkout game against the Butler Bulldogs at 1 inside DJ Sokol Arena. Get your tickets today by going to Ticketmaster.com, GoCreighton.com/tickets, or at the Creighton Ticket Office located at the Ryan Athletic Center.
1620 The Zone proudly supports Creighton Athletics.
Excuse me, Carol?
Hey, Dale. You finished that report I asked for?
Oh, yeah, about that. I didn't get a chance to do it.
No worries. You've been so busy.
Really?
Of course. Dale, you're our hardest worker. You should take an extra week of vacation.
Are you firing me?
No, I promise. Just giving you the break you deserve.
Wow. Thanks, boss. You sure you're not firing me?
Actually, I'm going to promote you. But first, take a week off on the company's dime.
Sometimes things just get better. Like AT&T. We've invested more than $150 million to grow our wireless network coverage to over 99% of Nebraska. So you can talk, text, and share in more places than ever. Visit att.com/Nebraska and learn how to get a free smartphone when you switch to AT&T. Coverage not available everywhere. Over 99% coverage based on third-party data. Network investments based on 2018 through 2020 expenditure.
Guys, let's face it, there is a time when you just need to get out of the house, to have your own place, to be with the guys, or just a quiet, relaxing place for yourself. Well, Hearth Cigars and Pipes Lounge hears you loud and clear with premium cigars or pipe tobacco. Be sure to stop by Thursday, February 17th after 6 for the Crux Cigars event and whiskey tasting. $30 gets you 3 Crux cigars and into the tasting, plus free food while supplies last. Hearth Cigars and Pipes Lounge, just off I-680 at 48th Street next to Covey's.
If it's after lunch, I probably wouldn't have fed him to the tiger. I get a little ornery when I'm hungry, and timing is everything, people. That's why my Sportsbook app has live in-game betting for football. I don't care if the game has already started. If the time to make your move is in the second half, go for it. Caesar's got you. Caesar likes to move freely. That's why I'm partial to the total.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
At Dingman's, our first priority is protecting your safety. We are here to be your personal advocate to ensure you receive safe, proper repairs by the highest skilled technicians in the industry. Stop in to experience the Dingman difference today. At Dingman's, we would rather be the best than apologize for anything less.
Everyone for Omaha, the Omaha Mavericks men's and women's basketball teams are back in action, and you can see it all at Baxter Arena. Single game tickets are available now at omavs.com/ticks. You can support your Mavericks and get your tickets today, omavs.com/ticks.
Make the right call, fans. The Rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard.
Rooferees. This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct with John Bishop and Josh Peterson.
My wife does that too. I love that.
The 1620, The Zone.
Did you see this? Did you hear about this? Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out on Disney Plus on May the 25th.
Let's go.
It is a mini-series. They are now called those limited series, not mini-series. A limited series, probably 5 or 6 episodes.
Oh, it's not going to be a full 10? Not going to be a 10er?
Well, I mean,
it's
Boba
more
Fett's
than Alto.
only like 6 or 7.
Oh, really? I thought it was 10. Wow. Yeah. You're getting shorter all the time. Yeah. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. May 25th.
Let's go.
Pretty
Ewan
sure-
McGregor, right?
Ewan McGregor.
Pretty sure May 25th is the date that the original Star Wars.
Oh, really?
I believe that.
May the 25th be with you.
I believe it is May the 25th.
That is a Wednesday, so it'll be out on Wednesdays.
All right.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Me too.
Still need to
Wow,
finish
look at
the Boba Fett.
Finale is today.
Indifferent on Boba Fett.
I'm ready to be done with Boba Fett.
Wow.
Ready to be done.
Out on the Boba Fett.
How many do you have left?
I think I've seen 4.
I think there's 7. Because the problem, Boba Fett's just not interesting.
I wanted to try to give it a chance.
Now, have you watched it?
No, not even.
Well, you gotta try, Nick. You can't have your opinions based on not watching it.
I can't make myself care enough to watch it. That's the thing. There's so many other things I would rather
No, that's
watch
fair.
than Boba Fett.
They're only
And
like a
I've
half
never
hour.
had a Star Wars property like that before.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Every other Star Wars property,
The last 2 weeks were good because Boba wasn't on it, which is not what you want to say about your television show.
Well, yeah, that seems a little counterproductive.
Yeah.
That's like saying,
Yeah.
that's like saying, oh God, I'm trying to think of a name of a show. Like Newhart. Newhart's a better show and Newhart's not on it. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
They don't really have a lot of shows that are named after the actor anymore.
Name person.
That used to be kind of a thing. It was
The Bill Cosby Show.
It was the Andy Griffith Show, right?
Uh-huh.
But Andy Griffith.
They had Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
True.
He was a sports writer.
Is it according to Jim? Is that what-
According to Jim, good
Belushi?
point.
According to Jim. Wow, that is quite the pull there.
That
Nick.
is a
Sure
good
was.
poll. But like the Andy Griffith Show, he didn't play Andy Griffith. He
Mhm.
played Sheriff Andy Taylor.
But it was Andy Griffith.
Right.
Gotcha.
But
so it was the name of the real person, not
the
not
show was
like
named
the Mary
after the
Tyler
actor.
Moore Show.
Yeah, the Mary
Yeah.
Tyler Moore Show. But Mary Tyler Moore wasn't playing Mary Tyler Moore.
What about I Love Lucy?
Now, at least with Seinfeld, he was playing a fictionalized version of himself. He was Jerry Seinfeld.
Was
true.
Was Lucille Ball playing Lucille Ball in I Love Lucy? Or was she just Lucy? I don't know.
Lucy last name unnamed. Yes.
Lucy Ricardo.
Lucy Ricardo. Yeah, okay.
But I think that, but she was married to
Ricci.
Right.
No, not Ricci.
Not Richie?
No, that's not Ricci.
Oh, what show is that?
That was from the La Bamba movie.
Oh, my bad. Wow.
Where
Whoa. Samsonite. I was way off.
Where Richie
Whoa.
Valens dies in the plane crash with the Big Bopper and the dude with the glasses. God,
Buddy Holly?
Buddy Holly, thank you.
R.I.P. The day the music died, John.
Yeah. That's where that famous quote. Richie!
Oh, my bad. I thought that was I Love Lucy.
The worst
Never
thing
watched a whole
Iowa
lot of-
ever did.
Never watched a whole lot of I Love Lucy. Well, that and the Serial Killers.
Well,
I was more of a Happy Days guy growing up, watching the old shows.
Rocking around the clock tonight.
well, yeah.
Putting your glad rags on.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's Talking TV.
That is talking.
Talking 60s and 70s TV.
That is talking TV.
Now I'm going to click into this blind because Thomas emails and he
Oh,
says,
dear
been in
God.
a meeting, but since you're talking TV, the biggest news of the day is this. And it's a link to a tweet. Oh, now I never watched this show, but Futurama apparently is coming back on
again?
Hulu. I never got into Futurama.
That
No, I
show
didn't either.
has Futurama been canceled and then rebooted more than any other animated
Wasn't
series?
Family Guy canceled and brought back a bunch of times too?
I thought that only happened like twice.
Oh, well, how many times did it happen with Futurama?
This is like the fourth
Oh, wow. Yeah.
time it's coming back.
I've never watched a full episode of Futurama. Which I feel bad because it's like it was in my generation's wheelhouse, but I just never got into it.
I like Futurama. It's good.
There you go. Well, it's back on Hulu soon, Nick. Back on Hulu.
I need to get Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to grimace?
Sure.
Nick sent us a video last night.
Oh.
Nick sent us a video last night.
Oh, yeah.
What you are about to hear, radio listeners, as we're watching some Olympic.
Yeah, we are snowboarding.
Yeah,
I was watching this last night, dude. It was on live.
Which power plant are they in front of?
This is the boring. This is the boring skiing.
This is snowboarding.
Snowboarding is rad, John.
That is
They're in a half
boring.
pipe.
Look at that.
That is boring.
John, they were getting 16 feet in the air.
You know
Bruh,
why?
Hang
you know
10,
why?
bruh.
You know why that's boring?
Look at that 6'7"
That's
John.
boring because nobody can get racked by the gates.
Oof.
What you are about to hear, radio listeners, is the sound of a dude getting racked. You know how the gates are in slalom skiing, where it's those. What is it made? It's some kind of a plastic or something, but it's the gates you're supposed to stay between on the course.
Probably a PVC kind of thing.
And this dude runs right square into it, and you actually hear him take the nut shot.
Oh, the gate to the groin for Yannick Bertrand, and you could hear it. And if you're a man, you could feel it. Wow, watch this again. Oh, the Frenchman. Oh, monsieur. Wow.
The part though is you can hear him. Oh! He even agonizes for it.
Oh, the gate to the groin for
Poor guy.
All right. Is it adding insult to injury if you just keep commentating after that?
Yeah.
Like,
But hey, that's what
would
we say.
either
Hear
of you
them.
do that if you were in the same
He
situation?
can't hear them.
Yeah, that's true.
They're in a broadcast booth somewhere. He's got to talk about it. I'm just glad the announcers were up front and said, "Oh man, he took it right to the groin."
Yeah, he won't be having children after that one, folks. That's what I would say. Would you say groin, or would you? I mean, I guess you have to pretend to be professional on NBC for a broadcast like this.
Well, I don't know if it was NBC.
Well, you know, the Olympic
that wasn't
family.
from the Olympics, by the way. It was from another event.
What are you sending us, Nick? I thought it was the.
I thought it was the Olympics too.
It's not Olympics.
Doesn't look like the Olympics.
Oh, the gate to the groin for Yannick Bertrand.
Now the
different parts of the
graphic was
Olympics.
there. That graphic did look a little.
Yeah,
weird.
I don't believe that's an Olympic event.
Jeff says hilarious. Let's watch this again. That's an Olympic event. The skiing.
Yeah.
No. I think the video is not from the
Oh, I
Olympics.
say.
I'm sorry. I
It's
thought that
from-
was.
I don't think
My bad.
so.
Greg and Lincoln. Was that him screaming? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the gate to the groin.
Another announcer.
It could actually be
Because
the announcer.
first scream is definitely.
Oh, now
him.
we definitely have to listen
Now
to
listen
it
to
again.
the first scream. It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh, the gate to the groin.
Announcer.
I think an announcer was like,
is the color commentator.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
the first-
also a correct response.
the first. Yes, definitely.
Oh,
Man,
Normally seeing nut shots makes me do the same thing, but this one for some reason is more humorous than the other.
wow. All right, Nick. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to surprise John with a random
No!
video of Kevin Ware breaking his leg
No,
and his bone
okay,
popping.
stop.
You're laughing
you're
at
going
this.
way too far here. You're going way too far. There was nothing graphic and gross about this video.
Yeah, but I know what's going on underneath the undies that were probably in the top drawer.
Do French people keep it in the top drawer, the bottom drawer, or inside their baguette?
You've never watched the injury. You got to watch it.
No, you don't have to watch it.
That's what your
You
reaction
don't
will
have to
be.
watch it. This wasn't gross. That's gross.
This is definitely gross, dude. What's
Pretty
going on?
It's not that. It's not that graphic.
Way to have empathy, John.
John, I'm a reader. You know me.
He's from France.
I'm
Wow.
using my imagination, man. My imagination is running wild with what's going on. You pull off those things and it's just all squishy. But-
Yeah.
Probably
Tough-
wearing compression shorts so
you
there's
would think-
less cushion.
You would think that would happen more often.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As much as they hit those gates,
Mm-hmm.
you You would think that would happen more often.
That's why they're Olympians, John, because they're not like
I
us.
feel like you get most of those done like out of your system while practicing.
Yeah. Us, we would do that today.
Absolutely.
They've been doing, they're the best of the best. The best of the best.
Well, this guy apparently wasn't.
Oh! Man.
Well, you know what? You can't bet on that, but you can bet on Super Bowl 56.
Let's go!
Rams, Bengals. And to celebrate, we are hooking them up at FanDuel Sportsbook. The FanDuel Sportsbook hooking all customers up with a risk-free same-game parlay. Same-game parlays. This is the way to go, friends. Because if you got a really good feel about a team in a game, you can match it up with a same-game parlay, a prop from that same game, a quarterback for touchdowns passing or yards passing or first touchdown score. And that means you can pay more, bigger payouts with the same game parlay. You can really play your hunch, Josh, with the FanDuel Sportsbook.
You absolutely can, John. Not to mention, if you just want to look around at all the other odds that they have, I'm scrolling through some of the game props that they have. How about this? Shortest touchdown scored. Will it be over or under 1.5 yards? Maybe like a quarterback sneak from the 1 yard line, or maybe you're saying, Josh, that is definitely not going to happen. You can do all of that and more. And if you are a new customer, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and put in our promo code 1620, and you can get exclusive 56-1 odds on either team to win the Super Bowl. That means $5 turns into $280 cash. That is the FanDuel Sportsbook promo code 1620. 21 plus and present in Iowa. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The NFL plays here on 1620, The Zone.
At Baker's, fresh groceries are our thing, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store and pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order with care, because we treat your food the way we'd want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
Car repair is car repair. Most places you go can change your oil or fix your brakes. The difference is the experience you'll get at Omaha Car Care. We're part of the community. We were born here, and we believe that our relationship with you should be built to last. We're going to consult you, not sell you. We're going to give you a free loaner car. We're going to treat you like a valued friend that we want to continue to see in the years to come. I'm Rick Betker, owner of Omaha Car Care, and we'll be along for the ride.
Now through February 16th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for zero enrollment and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. Zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends February 16th. See club for details.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Here's your binky, buddy. We'll be home soon. You'd never give your baby a pacifier that has cigarette ash on it. But if you're smoking around your kids, yeah, it's kind of like that. Secondhand smoke contains thousands of toxic chemicals that can have a lasting effect on your child's health. Protect your children. Don't smoke around them or any child.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line. 1-800-QUIT-NOW. 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Guys, are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas available exclusively from pajamagram.com. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own soft skin. She'll love slipping these on every night. They are so soft and luxurious, they'll melt away her stress. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at pajamagram.com. Best of all, every pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her naturally nude pajamas. Just go to pajamagram.com or text the word GIFT, that's GIFT, to 41234. Again, text the word GIFT to 41234 to order naturally nude pajamas. It's fast, it's easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
Dumb debates coming up in the happy hour. We were telling you earlier as we were recapping last night's Creighton win over Butler. Greg McDermott getting teed up for the first time in over 3 seasons.
Yeah.
He and referee Tony Chiazza were not seeing eye to eye. And you could tell, usually by the end of a game, especially after you've won a game, you've kind of cooled off from all of that. Mac hadn't really cooled off from all of that. As I asked him on the post-game show last night, he didn't sound like he was totally over it.
Wasn't real happy. I was not real happy. And, who knows? Like I told him the second half, that's my first tee in 3 years, so I'm probably the guy that's wrong.
We won't expand on that anymore.
No, let's say that. How do you think that impacts the team in the second half, right? They come out, shoot 2 free throws, but then we go on a nice little 6-0 run.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get a technical, I'd rather get it while we're on the floor. Not, because the crowd impact. But, I think it ticked the crowd off,
it did.
And it got them
and
fired
the
up
broadcasters.
and back in their seat and ready to go. They were lit from the start of the second half, and then they missed a free throw, and that added to it. And they cheered a couple calls, which is good to see. It's a good win. We're winning. We're trying. It's ugly right now, and we're struggling offensively, and teams are taking away some of our strengths, and we're trying to have to figure out what to go to next, and we just aren't there yet in terms of our development, and we just got to keep moving forward. And fortunately, we fought our tail off defensively, and held them to 25% shooting the second half, and that's a recipe for success when you're struggling on the offensive end.
So yeah, he wasn't over it.
Mm-hmm. I love the thing about near the end about the fans cheering for him.
Yeah, because there was a call that came in from the same ref later in the second half, and the Bronx cheer went up of, hey, look, he can call fouls on them too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in a weird way, I know, again, Creighton fans are probably stressing out because, and it's understandable, you went to the Sweet 16 last year. The team before that was really, really good. And so your expectations, no matter who's playing, are just automatically set at a higher bar. This is, for me anyway, I'm kind of having fun.
You like watching teams not score a bucket for 9 minutes?
Not necessarily, but I do like teams that have to fight through it and find different ways to win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I've always kind of been a defensive guy by nature, but it's fun to watch the growing period. It's fun to watch the growth.
Absolutely.
And there has been growth. I know it doesn't seem like it, but this is their first trip through the Big East Conference, this group. And I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it. The challenge. There's a challenge there. And so far, game over 500 in the Big East. They're in the top half of the league standings.
Mm-hmm.
They're tied. They'd be losing the tiebreaker, but they're tied for 5th. So that would be a bye in the Big East tournament. every game's going to have something different.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been kind of fun to watch them have to win in different ways versus just going out there and scoring 85 points and hitting 12 threes a game. Not again, I like that too, but it's kind of fun.
Well, in a way, you know what you're saying. I like this team because they're different.
They are different
from the Creighton teams you've been covering.
They're
in the past
different.
years.
But I also see them. I talk to them, and you don't have a lot of guys, wandering around going, well, what do we do now? What do we do now? I mean, they understand it. And I think Mac and the staff has done a really good job of, setting the bar and saying, hey, this is going to be a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got to learn from this every single day. And I think they've kind of kept an even keel, which is why.
Well, it's why you're able to overcome.
You can have clunkers like you had at Villanova or like you had at Butler or like you had at Seton Hall and then come right back in the next game and, beat a UConn or win an ugly game where you don't get a field goal for 8 minutes and you still win the game. There's a methodology here. There's a struggle. There's a fight, and it's fun to watch. It does. It feels like you're watching your children grow up, which is a weird way to put it, but it's kind of what it feels like.
By the way, speaking of Creighton, Crawford tweets in JTech Instructions on Twitter feed.
Crawford.
He says, "I nominate that sound to be the next saying that John has to say during the next Creighton. That word of the game."
I think that's a gimme. Get a good basket.
No,
that's that noise.
if he does it like that with the high voice, that would be hysterical.
Audio, please. Let's see if we can match.
Oh, the gate to the
Creighton goes in for the dunk. That would be perfect.
I think something else is going on.
I do have a word for tomorrow. It was in the book that I just finished, by the way. And so I Googled it because I was like, I've never heard this word. I saved it.
Okay.
I got it for you tomorrow.
All right.
Got it for you tomorrow.
It's time for Dumb Debates. If you thought sock drawer conversation wasn't dumb enough, stay tuned. Dumb Debates. And we'll get an update on the poll question.
Yes.
To find out just how many of you weirdos like Nick are out there putting your stuff in the bottom drawer.
The people who do it in the middle are weirder.
They are weirder. And of
That's
which there are
weird
more of them, which is even stranger.
Christina on the YouTube says, who wants to bend over that far every day? The bottom drawer is for those clothes you only wear every once in a while.
Whoa.
Swimsuits, that ugly Christmas sweater you wear to that one party every year, etc.
Well, I disagree with that because I have my jeans in the winter in the bottom drawer, or in the summer I have my shorts in the bottom drawer. So I always use the bottom drawer.
It's not that. Bend over.
Yeah. Wow. Nick says to Christina, bend
hold
over.
On.
Nick, I don't know if we're allowed to say those types of things in 2022. Nick was just like, bend over and I'll show you. Stop. No. But yeah, we'll have an update on the poll question. I just retweeted it as well, by the way. If you would like to go vote right now, at Josh Tweederson, go vote right now.
Dumb Debates on 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone. 1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Heads up, we've got a report of some debris in the road on Q Street at 40th. It's causing delays for eastbound and westbound commuters on Q Street. Utility work is going to have the right lane closed on westbound L Street as you approach 72nd, causing delays through there. A little bit of a delay if you're west on Dodge between 680 and 108th. And delays on West Center Road if you're headed west around 175th. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by IBEW Local 22.
Does great pay, fully funded medical benefits, and a solid retirement sound good to you? IBEW has immediate openings for residential electricians. Invest in yourself with IBEW Local 22. Call John at 402-973-0613.
Everyone for Omaha, the Omaha Mavericks men's and women's basketball teams are back in action, and you can see it all at Baxter Arena. Single game tickets are available now at omavs.com/tix. You can support your Mavericks and get your tickets today, omavs.com/tix.
Enterprise Car Sales in Omaha has a large selection of vehicles at their West Dodge Road location and thousands more to choose from in their nationwide inventory. Their team is available online and at the dealership, ready to help you find the right vehicle with their transparent approach. Click enterprisecarsales.com and start your vehicle purchase. or visit the Enterprise Car Sales location right off 180th and West Dodge Road on Burt Street.
Email Sharp and Betting on the Equitable Bank inbox with whatever is on your mind. The Zone inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. You can get me at Gary at 1620thezone.com. We want to hear from you on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox.
Did you know that radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers and that our region has some of the highest levels in the country? Radon Defense Midwest can test and fix your home. Visit radonradio.com for an exclusive offer for 1620 The Zone listeners. That's radonradio.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Monday nights are now famous for something else. Powerball. That's right. Powerball is adding Monday nights to the lineup, so you have more days to play. Plus, with a starting jackpot in the millions, you don't want to pass up this chance to score a bundle of money. Get pumped for Powerball with drawings Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Okay, let's get a photo of the bride and groom standing next to that giant mud puddle. Good. Now smile.
Oh, honey, don't look now, but you're covered in mud.
Oh, so is your white tux.
You know what this means, don't you?
Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery is back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the happiest day of my life. Don't you think we should head to the nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer?
I do.
Trucks and Bucks is back, and you could win one of 8 new trucks. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Your Omaha hockey team heads to Oxford, Ohio to take on NCHC foe Miami of Ohio this weekend. Friday and Saturday's pregame is at 5:30 with puck drop at 6. It's UNO at Miami on your home for Maverick Hockey, 1180 The Zone.
We are courtside. KP here with more satisfied and happy John Higgins Weather Guard customers.
Number one, it was reputation. We found ourselves with a hailstorm roof damage and needed to figure out what we were going to do to remedy it. I've seen a lot of John Higgins around town and had him do the work for us, and we were very satisfied.
Make the right call, fans. America's leading installer of Da Vinci roofs and roofs of all styles. The rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard, providing the highest level of customer service with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau.
Roof of Greece. Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
It'd be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
It would be nice to have a pro.
Throw.
From your mom.
Listeners and not to, we did anyway, dumb debating.
John's computer sucks, Macs are the only way, dumb debating.
Fullbacks are running backs, hamburger steaks.
Josh is too dumb to eat a cupcake.
Mailing a base.
Does John like Nebraska or Creighton?
Just 3 radio hosts on air, dumb debating. Die for the pylon or give up on the plate, dumb debating.
Millennials are great and old should go away, dumb debating.
Rarely do we find any common ground.
Josh wants his food to be the best around.
Even if it gives him fatal flatulation. Just 3 radio hosts on air, dumb debating.
When a tree falls down and nobody's around, you can bet your ass it won't make a sound. Water ain't wet, you know nothing about hydration. Just 3 radio hosts on air, dumb debating. Just 3 radio hosts on air, dumb debating.
Are you laughing at that tweet? Yeah. I think I'm confused.
Because you were telling that lady to bend over, man. I don't know.
Oh. Hold. That's not what I...
It's dumb debates.
Sounded like it to me. Welcome to Dumb Debates, everybody.
Hello.
I was happy to see we had a listener interact with us on the Twitter last week who said they had just started watching The Righteous Gemstones and had a revelation moment when they realized that our Dumb Debates theme, performed by Stibbs and Nikki, is a takeoff on one of the earlier episodes of Righteous Gemstones, where the matriarch of the family and little Bobby, or little oh God, what was his name? The brother, little brother Bobby, or
Uncle Baby Billy.
Oh, Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy. Have you been watching this season, by the way?
Yeah. Okay. Uncle Baby Billy does this song that becomes a hit back in like the 70s, and it's that tune.
So funny.
Fun fact.
And it's called Misbehaving.
It's on internet streaming.
It is
both
indeed.
versions.
You can listen to the kids version and the not, I don't want to say adult version because it's not profane, but the adult version, the version that they sang as adults.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The one they performed and then the kid version that you
Mama
hear.
told me not to. I did it anyway.
Misbehaving. Pickle in my mouth.
Running through your mouth. By the way, one of the lyrics in that movie is "Wash your hands to keep away from Satan." I noticed in a season 2 episode in the mirror in the bathroom at the church, it says that. It says "Wash your hands to keep away from Satan."
Nice.
Made me
Easter
laugh
eggs.
so hard.
I love when shows reference themselves.
Speaking of Jesus, my youngest brother, Luke.
Wait, we're starting Dumb Debates with Jesus?
Folks, is religion real? 402. No. I got a question. No, this is fine. We're not going to get in trouble for this one. No one's going to be mad. This isn't going to be like what was the one we got a couple weeks ago? What topic is the most fun to talk about at Thanksgiving?
That one was uncomfortable.
Yeah, or when John was like, people shouldn't live or whatever.
I didn't say that.
Okay, this is a tweet that my youngest brother Luke sent to me. If Jesus was a carpenter, was he a Home Depot man or a Lowe's man?
What about Menards?
Or I guess the tweet was just those two options.
Or maybe he was
Home Depot. Jesus would not go to Home Depot because Jesus would get Goodwood.
Oh,
I'm allowed to say that.
Okay.
Wow.
Jesus would get Goodwood.
Wow.
And were you a Lowe's boy?
No.
You were a Home Depot boy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so you know from the inside. He
Yeah.
knows what's going on with the wood.
Depending on the store.
Interesting.
But not the one I worked at.
Now, I'm not a handyman. This is going to surprise our listeners.
I'm not endorsing any of these comments.
I don't use my hands to build things. I don't even pay people to do it. I just let it stay broken. You're a man who's done some work with your hands before.
Dude,
some work.
I mean, I typically, when I'm buying wood, I'll go to Menards.
Yeah. Do you think that's where Jesus would have gone?
Because
they have frozen
selection.
pizza there too.
Well, they have a bigger selection too. It's
They
a
do.
bigger store.
Jesus is a frozen pizza
And I
kind of
save
guy.
big money
I think
at Menards.
Jesus is the kind of guy where it's like, yeah, I'll pick up a za while
I don't think he'd
work.
say that. I don't think he'd say that at all.
Jesus is a za guy.
You think Jesus is frustrated that he can make the loaves and the fishes, but he has to go to the store to buy the lumber.
Yeah.
Versus just, hey, it
Just
should
having
just
the lumber?
be here because I'm me.
Rusty says, pretty sure Jesus is number one in all our hearts, so he would be an Ace man. Pretty sure. Is that Ace Hardware? Is that
Ace?
Do they have wood?
Ace doesn't sell lumber.
It needs to be like actual Ace, not
least
the
the-
Westlake though.
At least the Aces around here don't sell.
This
the
is
lumber.
all going over my head. All
Yeah.
going over my head.
Not
Yeah.
a hardware boy, Josh.
Not at all.
geez.
Whenever
See,
I
here's
go in there,
another-
I'm like, where do I go to
All
get-
right, here's
I
the
need
most-
some bolts.
John, here's the most important question.
Where are the bolts at?
Is Jesus a Milwaukee guy or is he a DeWalt guy?
What are these?
He's
Are
my-
these bolts or
he's a-
these nuts?
He's probably a Mahindra. Oh, right. No, that's the tractor.
Mahindra.
Never mind. Black and Decker.
Black
Definitely.
and Decker?
Are
Black
these-
and Decker Jesus.
are
That's a
these-
folk
he's-
song.
He's B&D. He's
Are
Black
these
and Decker.
tools?
Yes,
They're
they're
brands.
name
They're
brand
brands.
tools.
Name brand? I don't know.
Yeah, they're name
Some of them
brand.
are specific, like Husky. That's Home Depot's.
Ooh, Husky could be a big one too.
Husky's pretty. Ryobi sometimes.
I own a
I have
hammer.
a Ryobi.
I have a Ryobi.
I
Also.
own a hammer.
You own a hammer.
Uh-huh.
Good.
What flavor a hammer?
I got to. I don't get that joke, Nick. I got to. I'm hanging up a Christmas gift that we finally got a frame for. I'm hanging that up tonight, so I'll be using.
You have a stud finder?
It's not that we don't need. It's not a stud.
You
Why
say
does he-
that.
Why does he need a
Nick,
stud
it
finder?
doesn't
There's
weigh
no
that.
studs in that house.
Hey! It doesn't weigh that much, Nick. It'll be fine. I've hung up many things in my apartment, and they're all hanging still. They're all hanging.
They're all hanging.
I'm still hanging. There you go. Do you want me to ask the shape question?
Sure.
Okay. Now, Nick, I mean, you're going to have many options for this answer, and I say that not being a jerk, but Shafe texted me the other day, and he said, "What's the Super Bowl you conjure up the least amount of memory?" Now, this is Super Bowls that you remember watching, but you remember the least. So now I started.
Now I have to think about this.
I know. This is less of a dumb debate, more just a fun discussion. But so for me, I've been watching all the Super Bowls since Super Bowl 31. I remember where I watched all of them.
Yeah.
I can go through and I know where I watched all of them. And there are bits and pieces that I can remember from each game. But for so the Super Bowl 31 is Packers Patriots. Brett Favre's first and only Super Bowl win. The one that I don't remember a play from is I remember like the comeback, I guess. Oh, no, never mind. The one that I don't remember a play from is Steelers Seahawks. I remember highlights.
Ooh.
Like I know Hines Ward threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
And there was a running back who had
who was the
really
running
long
back?
game. Yeah, it
Oh, my
wasn't
God.
Jerome Bettis.
No.
But he rushed.
Oh
It
my
was like
God,
the
I can see.
Pollard? Is it Pollard?
No.
Amazing Daniel, if you're listening right now.
Oh my God, who is that running back? He has 75-yard run.
It's a Super Bowl XL, and that was the thing that was like, oh my gosh, it's Super Bowl extra large. Like people loved that, especially me
did
as a
love
young
that.
old kid. Oh man, what was that guy's name?
Oh, this is killing me.
Yeah, so that is
He was kind of like a Timmy Smith. He was like a one-off deal where
Willie Parker.
Willie Parker.
So it's a very forgettable Super Bowl. Steelers won by 11.
Kind of was.
It's known for, I know things about it. I know Hines Ward threw a touchdown. I know that there was a long run. And I know that Ben Roethlisberger, there was a controversial play at the goal line where I think he scored, but people don't think that he scored, but they called it a touchdown.
Yeah,
but I don't remember that. I remember where I watched it at a friend of the family named Mike. It was like one of the first Super Bowls I ever got to watch in high definition. So that is
It was
memorable
the first
for me.
one. It was the first one I saw on HD.
I think Bill Belichick was on the pregame show. Like, why do I remember that, but I don't remember the actual game itself? But I can conjure up memories from all the other Super Bowls.
Probably Super Bowl 35, very forgettable game between the Ravens and the Giants.
You want to know what I remember from that Super Bowl? So there was a touchdown return, a kickoff return
There
for a
was.
touchdown. And I remember this. So we did that. It was a bunch of people from my parents' church, and we went to someone's house to watch the game. My dad was a pastor back then. And there was this woman there. She's like, that was the first time a returner has ever scored a touchdown in a Super Bowl. And I said, no, it's not. Just being, me knowing sports. No, it's not. She's like, yes, it is. I said, no, it's not. Desmond Howard did it. He won MVP. And I'm just like going off, on this poor woman.
Being a super cool person.
Very normal. Hey, I was a teenager.
Yeah, that was only 5 years or 4
Exactly.
years earlier.
It just happened. It was the first Super Bowl I remembered.
What was the last one the Cardinals were in?
Against the Steelers?
43.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember the least. Because I've watched them all since then,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
I remember that one a lot. I remember that one a good amount. I remember
I
where
like-
I watched it. I remember there was a really annoying
Well, that's
person
the
there. who wouldn't
James. That's
shut
the
up.
James Harrison 99-yard.
I like Fitzgerald a lot.
interception, which was
Like
just an
just in
amazing
general, I
play.
love Larry Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite athletes of all time.
There's Amazing Daniel. Thank you, Willie Parker. He's listening in the stream.
Willie
obviously.
Parker.
Yeah. So 35 for you?
Yeah, that was such a. It was
a horrible game.
It was a letdown Super Bowl because the two teams in it I didn't think were very good.
See, I thought the Ravens were good.
I felt like the Rams, they should have been there, but their defense sucked and they got beat by the Aints in the first round, and it was just like blah. And then I thought order had been restored the following year, and then the Patriots spied on us, and well, history was written after that.
Chance says the one I remember the least is when the Seahawks throttled the Broncos. I only remember that a safety was the first score.
Yeah.
I remember a lot about that game. I remember where
I don't remember a
watched
lot about it, but
that was an ass kicking.
Yeah,
man.
that was a very disappointing game.
Yeah, that was.
Because
I thought that was.
I
gonna be a
thought
good
it was
game.
going to be a really good game, and
Great
I also
defense,
didn't
great
want
offense.
Seattle to win.
Yeah, I did.
And
Michael,
I was rooting for the Broncos.
Severe and I did a bet. I got block 16 out of it. It was pretty nice. Travis says,
Wait. He bet Peyton Manning?
He thought Peyton Manning and the Broncos were going to win.
He bet Peyton Manning.
Yeah. He didn't think the Seahawks were, and he might be listening right now, but he didn't think that Seattle was good that year,
Wow.
if I remember right.
Wow.
Travis asked a
Right.
question. How about Super Bowls we want to forget?
35 and 36.
I was going to say, what about one of the Rams ones?
And 53. And pretty much anyone that Tom Brady won.
Jeez, so now you're just listing a lot of Super Bowls.
Any ones that the Cowboys have won.
At least 7.
Any ones that Frisco has won.
Definitely one of the Giants ones for me. Probably the undefeated Patriots one. That one sucked.
There's a lot of them.
Johnny Pick says, Indy versus Chicago. Can't even remember a highlight. I remember Ted Ginn scoring the opening touchdown.
Yes.
And I remember watching Criminal
Wait,
Minds.
Ted Ginn?
Ted Ginn, right? Wasn't
No,
it Ted
no,
Ginn?
No. It was
Cole Spears?
It was return ace.
Devin Hester.
Devin Hester.
Ted Ginn scored in the national championship earlier that month. My bad. Devin Hester. And then they lost. I remember that, and then I remember Criminal Minds afterwards. I barely remember the rest.
You
of the
don't
game.
remember Prince playing guitar in the rain?
I remember that. I remember
was
halftime.
cool.
That's like one of the few Super Bowl halftime shows I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I actually sat down and watched it versus just not watching. I don't even know what is the Super Bowl halftime
Eminem,
show
Snoop Dogg,
Dr. Dre.
that I won't be watching.
Oh, it's gonna be cool, John. You should watch it.
No.
It's gonna be sick.
No.
John doesn't like hip hop.
See,
This isn't even about the genre. These are all
is-
legends.
I don't care. This is about the Rams trying to win a world
John's
championship.
stressed. Yeah, he'll be a stress.
This is
boy.
not about anything else. I'm not gonna make an effort to watch commercials. I'm not gonna make an effort. I will be walking, pacing.
Oh, can we put it? Speaking of walking, predictions. Let's get a over under on your steps.
I don't pace as much during Rams games
Oh,
as
is
I
that a-
did during the Cubs playoff run. I don't.
More
We
of a
can
baseball
put an
fan.
over under on the heart rate though.
Oh,
I don't
do you
think my
check your heart rate.
I don't
very
think
often?
my Fitbit
Oh, so it
does a
doesn't have a
very
heart rate monitor?
accurate
Oh, okay.
heart rate monitor.
Damn
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Charlie says the Patriots Super Bowls in the early 2000s against the Panthers and Eagles. Couldn't tell you one play or what the scores were. Okay, I'm stunned that he can't remember the Panthers Patriots one because that
was
one's
that
that's the
fourth
nip
quarter.
slip.
The
game was
but the fourth
awesome.
quarter was crazy.
For the longest time, that was, in
I
my
know.
opinion, the best Super Bowl. I loved that
Because
game.
of the nip slip.
Not because of nip slip. That was a great game. Great game. The second quarter ruled, and the fourth quarter was just tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Justin says, what about that Patriots-Rams clunker? Boring. That game sucked. Sorry.
It was bad.
It was a bad football game.
It was a bad football game. I'm not gonna lie. I
bad
can't lie.
Football game.
I don't think there are few things that bother me more than people who carelessly leave out dairy products.
Oh.
I was at the house this morning, and I was walking upstairs, and my oldest son was pouring a glass of milk and said the milk got left out. And
He told this to you?
yeah,
And he
I-
still poured it?
yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I immediately started to get the chills. Now, Sam said it was still cold, so it hadn't been out very long.
Well, that's good at least.
But Christian, who had just gotten home from school, poured himself a glass of milk, but left the milk out. This is there. It bugs me the way some people treat their dairy products. Put that crap back in the refrigerator.
You ground him, right?
No, I didn't ground him.
John.
No, I didn't ground him. But I did make sure to admonish him.
So what's the dumb debates question?
Well, it's just, there's I think it's just an irrational thing I have. Like earlier this week,
Sam,
the cottage cheese got left out. And it was lukewarm. And I was very upset by this.
Ugh.
Dairy products must be kept in the refrigerator. Sometimes I know
This
that there
is
have
in
been
the hour of
families,
hate, John. This is
I
dumb
know
debates.
that there have been families who leave the milk, like if they have milk at dinner, they just leave the gallon of milk out on the table while everyone's eating.
You're going to hate Europeans. That's what they do in Germany.
Exactly.
They also
Which
drink
is
warm
why
beer.
we kick their ass not once, but twice. And if we have to do it a third time so that you idiots put your milk away,
I
then
hope we
that's
don't
what
have
we
to do it a
gotta
third
do.
time.
The first war was fought over one thing. The second war was fought over another. But the third World War, John Bishop tries to get milk put back in the fridge.
doesn't this bother people?
It's disgusting.
Oh, it's gross.
I hate drinks that are supposed to be cold that are not cold. I don't like drinks that are warm that are not warm.
If I have a glass of milk with something I'm eating, I need to drink it somewhat.
Basically,
fast.
as fast as possible.
The wife will make gravy and like white gravy, with milk, sausage gravy, and have the milk just sitting out there. I will literally grab it. I'll put it away. I'll be like, but I might need that. I don't care. The milk must be kept cold.
I think I have a compromise. Cooler.
What?
Get a cooler.
Why are you bringing a cooler now? The refrigerator's right there.
Guys, you are ruining the dumb debates. This is not rant segment. This is dumb debates.
Dumb debate. Should you have a cooler? Or
Let's get a German on and discuss this. Hey, why? Yes, to discuss milk being put in the fridge or being left on the table all morning long. Monsters.
Well, so we all agree milk needs to be put away.
Of course. What?
Yes, it needs to get put away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, please tell this to my family, who apparently carelessly and callously just leaves dairy products laying out.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to tell it to your family.
Put
the milk away.
It triggers me.
Bishop family. Johnny Pig says, here is a wine-ish dumb debates question, going back to the Schaefer interview.
Oh, wine as in wine. Yeah, wine.
Besides beer, what is the most acceptable alcoholic beverage to drink straight from the bottle? Because, outside of beer, I'm trying to think of any other alcoholic
When we
beverages.
say acceptable, we mean like, yeah, you can do it, but you'll look sad?
Like polite society, if you're drinking,
taking swigs of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, people are like, oh, man, is everything okay with that
Right.
person? Honestly,
Probably Mad Dog 2020.
UV blue. You could do it with UV blue.
Yeah, you could probably do it with, you have to go with like some of the frou-frou,
The real cheap stuff.
Yeah, and the stuff that has flavor, liquor with flavor.
Also, boxed wine. Just because it would be
it'd be a funny
real
visual.
hard to try to do it.
That sounds like a kind of fancy tailgate, like a fake fancy tailgate. Like not Harvard. Like they're not going to do that. But if I saw somebody doing that with a boxed wine at a Nebraska tailgate, I'd be like, interesting. I wouldn't judge them.
If you're sitting around the campfire downing a bottle of Jack, I suppose that's the
It's probably a time and a place.
That's
right?
okay.
I feel like that's a real vibe.
But if I went over to Nick's apartment, I was like, hey, can I stop by and get something? And I walked in and he's got a bottle of Jack next to him and that's it. And I'm like, what are you doing over there? I'd be worried about him.
Yeah.
I'd be very concerned. Like, do you need me to stay with you tonight, Nick?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, no, it's fine. I'm drinking this whole thing, but it's going into a glass.
I'd be like, okay, good. At least you're pouring it into a glass.
And then when I put the bottle away, it's going in the bottom drawer.
Jed says Jaeger straight from the bottle.
Well,
Jaeger, that is okay, I think.
That's because, with Jet, it's not even so much, it's not even being drank out of the bottle. It's just plugged into an IV tube.
What's the difference between drinking?
I look forward to the time. Sorry. I look forward to the time that when Jed's in the hospital having some kind of a procedure done.
You look forward to Jed being in a hospital?
Well,
tough look.
Let's say he's, finally getting those implants he's been desiring.
Congrats. Jed.
And they ask him for his blood type and he says Jaeger. And literally, it's just someone pouring Jaeger into the IV tube because that's what his blood type is. It's Jaeger.
Speaking of drinking directly out of things,
yeah.
Have you seen anybody unironically use a flask? Like actually use a flask?
Oh, I've used one at like a football game before. Is that unironically?
Yeah, I guess. I've just never I see flasks and I like the idea of them.
Flask.
So I snuck it into a football game once because that place, I'll allow you to guess who it is, doesn't serve alcohol. So my friend and I snuck a flask in.
Oh, Omaha North games?
Omaha North, definitely. We did it all the time in high school. Actually, there were people who did that. I couldn't believe it. They didn't do it in flasks. They put it in Gatorade bottles.
Oh,
Don't do that, kids.
UV Blue Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that is
Gatorade
illegal.
bottle.
Yeah,
but yeah,
kids, don't do that.
So yeah, I guess technically then, Nick, I have done that.
I've never seen anyone actually use a flask.
I have 2 of them. I haven't used them in years.
I have one, but it was like a souvenir somebody gave me.
I got it for being a best man at someone's wedding.
Jerry says, my son has a dumb debate question.
Oh.
Which piece of the silverware is the top end and which is the bottom end?
The top end is what you use for the food.
Yeah.
The business end.
Yeah, so the fork, it's the
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 stabby.
pointy. Yeah, the stabby.
stabby end.
Stabby. The spoon.
The
is
spoon could also be the stabby end, but harder.
Yeah, this one I was a little surprised when I saw it. I thought, really, I didn't think this would be a debate. The
Yeah.
business end of the utensil is the top end.
Of course, yeah.
Because when you set the table,
You put it at the top.
you put it at the top. When you're using it, you're using the top,
Yeah.
not the bottom.
Yeah.
Unless you're Nick, then you put it in the bottom.
That's true. Ray says, what would be
Cut that drop out. When you're Nick, you put it in the bottom.
Ray asks, what would be more surprising, Husker baseball failing this year or Husker football excelling? Do we need to define?
Ooh, yeah.
Husker baseball failing is not making the tournament.
Not making the regional, yeah.
Husker football excelling, is that
making a bowl game?
Man, I almost want to say it has to be a little better than that.
Yeah.
9 wins? 9 wins?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 wins. What's more surprising?
Husker baseball not making a regional.
Yeah, I think
which I mean it does sound kind of it does, but it doesn't, simply because it is the Big Ten, and if you slip up just enough, Big Ten doesn't get as much love because it's the Big Ten and it's baseball.
Yeah.
But I trust Will Bold.
Yeah, me too.
I trust Husker baseball.
I think I agree. By the way, some more responses about the alcohol in bottles. Jordan says wine coolers and margarita mix. If you have a thing of margarita, those things are massive.
But drinking them out of the bottle?
Yeah, that's a lot. What I've never honestly, I don't know what wine coolers are. I've never had one. I don't even know what they look like.
Well, wine coolers.
I didn't get invited.
Wine coolers
You've seen wine coolers.
Wine coolers were big 80s, 90s.
Oh,
thing.
those things. Yeah, you can definitely drink those out of the
bottle. Do they even still sell those? Because they're meant for single servings.
Why do they call them wine coolers?
Well, because back in the day, it was a wine blend, but it's basically, like the Zima.
It was the White Claw
Jack's.
before White Claw.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't carbonated.
Well, it was.
Or I guess, yeah, it was.
When I say when it was White Claw, it was like, that's what everybody would drink.
Yeah.
Okay. I still haven't had a White Claw.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, still haven't had one.
They're okay.
Yeah.
You have to get the right flavor.
Amazing Daniel says, do you hold your cards? So you're
playing a card game.
Yeah.
Low to high, left to right, or high to low? I thought this was universal until I found out my wife does it the wrong way. I go low to high.
Yeah, low suit to or low card to high card. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because it's like reading, really. It's how I. Yeah.
Right.
All
Do you have like a specific way you organize your suits?
No, but I don't really play cards. I'm not that good at them. I still don't know the rules of poker.
Well,
you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
And
Josh.
I don't know.
Know when to walk away and when to run.
I mean, it depends. If I have like,
don't count your money.
If I have 3 or more of the same suit, then they all go together naturally, and it's not done in low to high.
And that's poker.
But I haven't played much poker recently, so
I'm more of a blackjack.
Gillette Razor says,
"Nice.
If ice is considered a rock, does that make water lava?"
Is ice considered a rock?
Yeah, I never considered.
I thought it was like a crystal.
Consider it cold water.
Well, it's frozen water.
Jeez, Nick.
It's crystallized water.
It's there's a euphemism, Scotch on the rocks, which is Scotch on ice.
Right.
But
I see where they're going.
But I don't see ice as being a rock.
Yeah.
But that does make sense.
Yeah, if you view it that way.
If you view it that way.
Yeah.
You could say water is lava.
Scott says, since both wings and pizza are popular for the Super Bowl, if you had to give up one of those forever, which one goes? This is a sad question.
It's a sad question, and sadly, my answer is if I had to give up one forever, it would be wings.
It'd be pizza for me.
Wings. I like pizza too much.
Wow.
I like pizza too much.
I like wings too much.
See, here's the thing. You can still have the flavor of wings. You can just get
a buffalo chicken pizza.
Or get like a
big old thing of Popeyes and lather it in buffalo sauce.
Right. Now you'll die waiting in the drive-through line because the service is so slow.
You could get boneless wings because they're not really wings anyway.
That's true. They're tendies.
See, so you can get
No, but man, if I had to give up charred wings, I'd be so sad.
Well, what if you barbecued a chicken breast or a chicken thigh and then doused it in the sauce?
See, I've thought about that. Like, what if I went to a restaurant that's known for wings? They'd be like, hey, can you take some bone-in chicken and just char it like you would a wing and then lather it in buffalo sauce? I've always wanted them to do. I'd love a big old.
That's what I'm saying. I think you could get away with it, but if you get rid of pizza, then get rid of pizza.
Yeah, but I love pizza. I love both of them, but I want wings more. I'm sorry, I want wings.
But we just gave you alternatives that
there's so many alternatives,
but it's not the actual thing.
Don't give up the za, Josh.
It's not the actual wing. I know, but I want the wings.
You can still get your thighs.
Plus, if I go to Tanner's and I'm like, hey, can you get me some bone-in chicken and cook it like a wing? They'll look at me like I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, but then they'll understand. You'll have your card that says, I was forced to give up
wings. Look at the card. It was a dumb debates question. This is the life that I live now.
It's legally binding.
I'm sorry.
Man, see, that's the thing. You got
I love wings more than I love pizza.
But you got to plan for the alternatives. There's alternatives that work the same as the wing.
I'll just so here's my alternative for pizza. I'll take pepperoni, cheese, sauce, and I'll just dump it all in my mouth.
I'll put it on toast.
Yeah, exactly. I'll put it in a sub. A pizza sub it is.
Get one of the Lunchable pizzas.
Absolutely not. Not now.
See, that bothers me too because it's,
Lunchables?
Well, no, the pizza
They aren't good.
Lunchables.
It wasn't
because the sauce is cold and the cheese isn't melted. It's all wrong.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think that was the coolest thing, and like the kids with the rich parents always got those for field trips. That I always had like the ham and cheese ones. I was jealous.
I
got
remember
older
loving
and I could
them, and
afford
now,
them.
yeah, I'm like,
They're
why?
not good.
Yeah,
the cheese gets everywhere. Pepperoni's not good.
it's like sand. It gets everywhere.
Greg and Lincoln, great point. Have you tried the thighs at Wingstop?
I actually haven't.
See,
I want
there's your
to.
alternative. You fix the problem.
But I'm gonna miss wings.
But it's chicken, it's grilled, and it's slathered in buffalo sauce.
The Colonel has grilled chicken.
I don't think they grill actually the wings at Wingstop.
But you can
the thighs. At
you can
Think those are
find
fake
ones
marks?
that will.
Think the fake grill marks.
Yeah. No, I don't think they. Oh, do they have grill marks on them? I thought they just fried the thighs. I didn't realize
I
they.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they char them there. I want like.
So if it was illegal to char grill the wings, would your answer be different?
If it was illegal?
Yes, let's say it's illegal. You know,
I mean, it's still
libs, cancel culture.
No,
no more grilling of the wings.
That's why we go to war with Germany the third time.
Yeah, down with Germany if that's the case. I still like fried wings though. I'll eat fried wings. They're great.
Again, you can do the same thing with the chicken thighs.
Man,
and you get more meat.
And you do get a lot more meat.
If you think about it, chicken legs are just big wings.
They're just massive wings.
I don't like chicken legs.
Yeah, give me a thigh.
I like just the weirdness of the tendons and stuff in there. It's like that's for the kids.
When I go to Popeyes, I always ask for all thighs, and the best part is there's no upcharge for it. They never, because if you all breasts, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's $800. But all thighs are like, yeah, sure, no problem. Thighs are the best part.
And then 2 hours later, you finally get to the front of the line, and you know the person behind the counter actually bothers to open the window and say, "Oh, did you order something?"
Yes, I'm at Popeyes. Oh, by the way, Josh, our friend Triple B, he sent us a screenshot from Google that says glacier ice is actually a mineralic rock, a rock made of only one mineral. Minerals, Marie, like limestone, which is composed of the mineral calcite. The mineral ice is the crystalline form of water. So they're apparently rocks.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Nerd.
Scott says this Lunchable slander will not be tolerated. They're delicious.
Eat a Lunchable as a grown adult. They're not as good as you remember.
Scott is an adult.
They're not as good. I've tried to relive the childhood.
Yeah.
I tried to remember what it felt like. They're not good.
Also, Riley says alternative for pizza, calzones. Boom. I like calzones. A fixed pizza.
Okay. Well,
I would miss
touche.
I would miss pizza. I just like wings more. Wings are often
But the thing you can't.
I look forward to them. I have them on Saturday nights a lot.
The thing you can't get with the calzone, I know you could do different, bread, but the thin crust and all that other stuff, you can't replicate that.
You can't do a Chicago
calzone.
style
Also,
calzone.
The calzone,
Not really, yeah.
The calzone doesn't have the sauce in it. You usually got to dip the sauce.
Is that true? I don't ever get calzones.
They
They don't have marinara or pizza sauce inside of them?
Some do.
What are they doing?
Some do.
That's just
I kind of like the ones where the sauce is on the outside, so you dip it in the sauce.
but I like
then you
dipping
got to
it in the
ask for
ranch.
extra sauce because there's not enough
I
sauce.
I have to dip it in multiple sauces.
I guess you could like bite into it and then just pour the sauce on the outside.
That's true. I try to pop it up in a little bit.
You and your ranch.
I like ranch. Ranch. Thank you, Nick.
It's fine. It's okay.
I love it. You don't have to like it. I'm not critical of
I know I like it. It's just I don't. It's not like a game changer for me.
I mean, it's not a game changer. I just consider it a part of the pizza. If I get pizza, I want ranch with it. It's a part of the pizza.
Do pizza rolls get included in getting rid of pizza?
I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't had pizza rolls in a long time, so I wouldn't miss them that much. Yeah. I do like. It's funny though. We were talking the other night. I said, "Hey, we should make homemade pizza rolls." And then she reminded me. She's like, "We've done that before," and I was like, "Oops."
Pizza rolls are to pizza what chicken McNuggets are to rotisserie chicken.
Not good ones. Not like real homemade pizza rolls. Those things are awesome. But yeah, the Totino's ones, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
No
that
offense, Nick.
they burn the
I
crap
like
out
those
of
a
your
lot.
mouth.
They really do that. That's a good take.
Yeah, there should be a warning label on
That's
them.
part of the experience.
This is going to trigger John before we go to break. Travis says there's no need to replicate Chicago style in a calzone anyway. Garbage. Pizza.
Lazy.
Chicago style
tape.
pizza isn't pizza.
Pizza.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
It's a casserole.
Nice.
It doesn't matter. So what if it's thicker than the other one? It's still a pizza. And it's the same ingredients. There's just more of them. It's delicious.
I will give Chicago style pizza as being a pizza bowl, but I'm not going to give it the rank of pizza.
Oh, please. You pizza purists and snooty hoity-toity types, get over yourselves. It's pizza. It's delicious.
Kurt says Stromboli greater than calzones. I don't know the last time I had Stromboli.
Do I know what Stromboli
I have
is?
to. I'm honestly. I haven't
Now
even
I'm hungry
Googled it.
for old Chicago.
Dude, I am starving
For some reason.
Oh, Stromboli, that does look really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can get a pizza bowl, right?
It's a pizza day. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? It's National Pizza Day.
Isn't that every day?
I know, seriously. Every day is a day.
Every day is, well, yes. Every day is a day.
Heard it here
Today's
first, folks.
revelation.
Josh Peterson. Every day is a day.
On Dumb Debates
I'm here
on
for you.
1620 The Zone.
Zone, taste of our takes. Sharpen betting in the morning.
They've been catching balls. I told them they had to catch 5,000 balls before spring ball. I think some of them have overcame that. Some of them already caught over 5,000 balls. Then we're going to do 10,000 after spring football. We're going to continue to work, and that's what they're doing right now. They're working, and they're doing a great job in the weight room.
That's Mickey Joseph. Good stuff.
Just a taste of 1620 The Zone takes. For more, tune in every day to 1620 a.m. or go to 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Winds diminish a bit this evening, partly cloudy to mostly clear later tonight. Temperatures dropping back to around 24 for a low. Partly cloudy, breezy, mild again on Thursday, high temperature near 54. I am Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Currently, no wrecks to avoid on the drive home. Nice. We do have some slow going on L Street for both directions around 90th. A little bit of a delay on West Center Road for westbound commuters at 156th. And some delays on eastbound Highway 370 between 84th and 72nd. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by Fernando's Omaha.
The Mighty Margarita may visit other establishments, but its home is Fernando's. That's because Fernando's is the home of the $6 house margarita. Yeah! When the urge for a margarita strikes, go to where the margarita lives and get your Fernando's fix.
Excuse me, Carol?
Hey, Dale. You finished that report I asked for?
Oh, yeah, about that. I didn't get a chance to do it.
No worries. You've been so busy.
Really?
Of course. Dale, you're our hardest worker. You should take an extra week of vacation.
Are you firing me?
No, I promise. Just giving you the break you deserve.
Wow. Thanks, boss. You sure you're not firing me?
Actually, I'm going to promote you. But first, take a week off on the company's dime.
Sometimes things just get better. Like AT&T. We've invested more than $150 million to grow our wireless network coverage to over 99% of Nebraska. So you can talk, text, and share in more places than ever. Visit att.com/Nebraska and learn how to get a free smartphone when you switch to AT&T. Coverage not available everywhere. Over 99% coverage based on third-party data. Network investments based on 2018 through 2020 expenditure.
Everyone for Omaha, the Omaha Mavericks men's and women's basketball teams are back in action, and you can see it all at Baxter Arena. Single game tickets are available now at omavs.com/tix. You can support your Mavericks and get your tickets today, omavs.com/tix.
Guys, are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, available exclusively from pajamagram.com. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own soft skin. She'll love slipping these on every night. They are so soft and luxurious, they'll melt away her stress. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at pajamagram.com. Best of all, every pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her naturally nude pajamas. Just go to pajamagram.com or text the word GIFT, that's GIFT, to 41234. Again, text the word gift to 41234 to order naturally nude pajamas. It's fast, it's easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed.
You won't ever find out how good it is until you play with it.
This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone.
The response is coming in about what Nick had to say about Chicago-style pizza.
Now what?
Jordan says Nick's take on Chicago-style pizza is abhorrent. He should be fired. Old Man Doug says calling Chicago-style pizza...
I didn't say it was pizza. I said at best it was a pizza bowl.
Old Man Doug says this is the worst take that you have ever had, and that's saying something. But Rick disagrees with both of those folks and says Chicago-style pizza is the Chico stick of pizza varieties.
Rick, I'd say you have no taste, but that would be an insult to saying no taste. That's ridiculous.
Fan of Seattle sports.
I never understood. It's the same ingredients. I get if it's not your favorite style of pizza, but it's literally the same ingredients.
Just
There's
because
more
it's the same
of them.
ingredients doesn't mean it's the same thing.
But it's delicious.
Burritos and tacos are two different things, John.
John doesn't think they are. He thinks they're all the same.
They're pretty much the same thing. It's just in a different package. That's what it is.
If it's in a different package, it's not the same thing.
My take for Chicago-style
all
pizza.
All cars have engines. They must all be the same.
Okay, so if the pizza is cut a different way, is that the... Oh, no, it's got to be cut in triangles.
Party cut, my favorite cut.
No, if it's cut in a different way, it's just cut in a different way.
But it's different. It's not the same. It's not cut the way it is in New York City. We're in New York City.
My take on Chicago-style pizza, I think, is the best take, and that is, it's fine.
I get why some people don't like it as much as the thin earth crust stuff. I get that.
I want to fold my
But how
pizza.
anyone could say, oh, it's disgusting. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, to say it's disgusting is a bad take.
I've never said it was disgusting.
To say it's
just,
overrated is
I
a
don't think
fine
it's
take.
pizza.
To say it's really good is a fine take.
It's pizza.
Yeah, to say it's not pizza, I think is always.
It's like a pizza bowl. It's too.
Here's my take on pizza. You ready for some pizza takes? So, have you ever been to the oven grinder Chicago? Have you ever been there?
The oven grinder.
Isn't that what it's called? I don't think it's called the Chicago Oven Grinder. I think it's called the Oven Grinder Chicago.
Oh,
Maybe
that place in Chicago that's got the stuff that's in the bowl?
Chicago Pizza and Oven Grinder Co. Yes. Have you ever been there?
I've heard about this. I've never been there.
All right.
But
that place it's fine. I was so disappointed though, because and my camera's on my computer today, by the way. So so that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. But the problem is they grind. There's only you can get sausage or no sausage, and that's it.
Ew.
So it's sauce and cheese and bread, which I like all of those things, but I need more.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when I had it. I wanted, because it looks awesome, and we had to wait like 3 hours. We had to put our name in and then have to do other things for 3 hours. So we didn't eat until like 9:30, and it was just fine. Like they grind up the sausage to a point where it's a part of the sauce. It was just like, oh, that's a bummer.
Sauce.
Yeah.
It's just a bummer. It's just a bummer. So that's my take. Travis adds, Chicago style is a pizza sauce casserole. Way too much sauce. Basically, you need a
That's
spoon.
what I say. Deep dish shouldn't be in the same tier as like pan or a flat crust.
But pan pizza is basically an offshoot of Chicago style pizza because Chicago style pizza is made in a pan.
But it's not as deep.
Oh my God.
That's what she said.
Incredible. I get why if some people aren't as big of fans of it.
It's more of a pie. We'll go with that. Chicago style pizza is more of a pie.
Does it taste good? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then there
We're
you
not
go.
debating if it tastes good or not.
It's a
we
pizza.
need another name for it.
No, we
It's
don't
almost
need
an entirely
we do have a
different
name for it.
thing.
It's called Chicago style pizza. Like there's Detroit style pizza. Like there's Neapolitan style pizza.
Like there's New York style pizza.
Like there's
we need an Omaha pizza.
What would be Omaha pizza?
It'd be really
Godfathers.
hyped. Oh.
Oh, you're right.
And then it wouldn't be very good.
Wow.
Riley says, I used
Wow.
to get Stromboli from Sbarro when I went to UNL. Those are very good. Good call on Stromboli. I never have had Stromboli. I need to try this. The pictures look amazing.
Sbarro, the OG
Hell
New
yeah.
York style pizza.
I love Sbarro. I miss Sbarro. I haven't had
I got
Sbarro.
nothing- I
Do
got
we
nothing
have any
wrong.
Sbarros in Omaha anymore? I don't think we do. If we do, they're at the mall, and I don't go to the mall. I used to
Well,
have
there
Sbarro.
shouldn't be because a true New York style pizza should only be in New York.
A New York slice. A New York slice.
Or now we're going to start the war here? Is this what we're going to do?
We don't have to do it. If
We don't have
want
to start.
I don't think we have Sbarro in Omaha anymore. Sad.
Well, that's because people have kind of.
We don't go to malls.
Yeah, we don't really go to malls anymore.
Yeah. Ben says there's only one literal disgusting pizza. Valentino's.
Wow.
Let's go, Ben. I'm going to tag Jack Mitchell in this tweet.
Imagine ranking lower than Little Caesars.
Yeah, tough look for Val.
Like Little Caesars is good, but
it's fine.
It's hot and it's ready.
It is $5. Well, it used to be $5.
Valentino's is fine. Valentino's is fine. It is. It's not my favorite.
It's way too sweet,
but it's fine.
That sauce is way too sweet.
Yeah, I don't like food that's supposed to be savory and it's sweet.
That's why I don't dip my bacon into the syrup.
There's some Domino's that's like that too. Like pizza sauce shouldn't be sweet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. We don't have any of these pizza places that sponsor the station, right? Yeah, because Domino's. Jeff says Omaha style pizza tastes like Kool-Aid. Yeah, exactly. It's way too sweet. Ha! Greg Lincoln. The Omaha pizza would be unseasoned ground beef from Val's. We would call it the sad pizza.
Yeah, now that's ground beef is a little disappointing.
What's the one on Leavenworth that people love? The it has the neon lights. What's that place called? It's like the hamburger pizza of all hamburger pizzas. People love it.
Oh crap! What's that place called?
Yeah, Hamburger Pizza Leavenworth is what I'm going to Google. People love that place. I've only had pizza from there one time. I didn't get the hamburger, and it was fine. La Casa.
Yeah, I'm not.
La Casa's pretty.
Hamburger is okay if it's the filler meat, but it's got to have some sausage or some pepperoni.
Get some flavor in there, man.
Yeah, get a little spicy, get a little tangy, get a little zesty. Unless it's like taco meat ground beef.
That has some flavor to it.
Yeah. But just regular old ground beef, you got to put stuff on it.
And one more from Old Man Doug. He says, using Nick's logic, a thick hamburger is not a hamburger.
That's not my logic.
Good point. To you, it's all about the size.
It's not all about the size.
I thought the size didn't matter.
It's about ratio of ingredients. I think.
What if it's a really large New York style pizza? That's a lot of ingredients.
But it's flat. It goes large.
It's
this
flat,
way, not large.
So?
The problem with the Chicago style pizza is that it's more of a bowl. It's like a casserole.
It's not a casserole. It's a pizza. It's just a thick pizza. Just like a double cheeseburger.
It's a casserole in a
cheeseburger.
bread bowl.
This segment has made me so hungry.
I'm starving.
My God.
Well, let's get to some unsportsmanlike content next on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone is easy to hear anywhere. On air, online, and on social media. Wherever you are, we are. 1620 The Zone.
Seller's market, seller's market, seller's market. But what does that mean, really?
Brent Rasmussen of Mortgage Specialists.
If you've been looking at the real estate market right now, I don't have to tell you that prices are up. We hear our clients saying to us every day that they can't believe what their neighbor's house sold for, or that they'd love to sell their house but have no idea where they'd move to. Add to that, with interest rates at nearly all-time lows and home values at the highest they've ever been, it's time to see if a cash-out refinance is for you. Imagine having cash to pay off bills, finish the basement, or whatever. Interested to see how that might work for you? Call me at Mortgage Specialists. We can show you all of the details. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.
Click mtg-specialists.com. NMLS number 5918, Equal Housing Lender.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision, and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
And that's when I realized it's called a hamburger, not a handburger, because you carry it with your hand. I was wrong, people. It's like that time I thought I couldn't make the perfect app for football. I was wrong again, people. All I had to do was make a sportsbook app where you can earn season rewards all Sunday long. Nobody's better at bettering things than Caesars.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Hello, this is Doug Nodgard with Equitable Bank. We are now open and ready to serve you at our second location at 202nd and Pacific. You may ask, why are we growing so fast? It's simple. With Equitable Bank, you get the best of both worlds. A great digital banking platform backed by our customer service. Once you bank with us, you'll never want to leave. When you're ready for a superior banking experience, give us a call at 402-827-8100. We'll answer on the first ring. Equitable Bank, we take banking personally. Member FDIC.
1620 The Zone. Live and local, broadcasting 6A to 6P in the Host Coffee Zone studio. Host Coffee, building healthy and happy break room refreshment services to Omaha and Lincoln metro area businesses. Discover a better break room solution for your office at sales@hostcoffee.net.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
There's only one game they call the big game, and Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs makes watching the big game even bigger. Join your friends and get to the big game viewing party this Sunday at Whiskey Roadhouse, where the first 200 guests get a free Caesars Sportsbook cap. The game day menu features Whiskey Roadhouse's juicy burgers, crunchy nachos, and spicy wings. But seating is limited. Get there when doors open at noon for the best seat. The big game is better at Whiskey Roadhouse inside Horseshoe Casino Council Bluffs.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
Look, I made you some
Unsportsmanlike
content.
Unsportsmanlike content.
Unsportsmanlike content. Content that's unsportsmanlike.
If we're going to declare an Omaha style pizza, we can go with either our friend Matt Verzal at Paisans or Tasty Pizza.
Yeah. Oh, Tasty. Man, we haven't had that in a while.
Of course, someone will say, well, isn't that just New York style? You know what?
It's good.
The Phoenix. That's the Omaha style pizza. The Phoenix at Verzal's place. Paisans.
Boom.
That's the Omaha style pizza right there. Boom. Right there.
Right there.
All right. On to Unsportsmanlike content.
Nebraska announced a sellout of reserve season tickets for Haymarket Park. Folks are really excited about this baseball thing, huh?
It sure helps when all the other men's teams have been dog garbage and people are just looking for something to root for. Plus, Nebraska gave them something to root for last year. They had one of them kind of runs. One of those kind of runs where you're like, man, this is inspiring. They sent us on the road. They took us to the number 1 seed and we almost knocked them off. They have good reason to be excited. Now, of course, the first month of the season will probably be snowed out because, we're having great weather right now, which means March is going to be a disaster.
I'm starting to get a little worried, John, about the baseball team and just the expectations and that this place is always let down. I hope that they're able to live up to it. Because there's a lot of excitement for them. How many tweets do you get a week?
2 words for you.
I can't wait for baseball. Thank God for baseball. Baseball won't let us down.
2 words for
It'll
you.
be like Christmas every year when I was a kid, but you got let down at Christmas.
Wilfredo Bolt. I wish that was actually his real name.
You're
Wilfredo.
saying he's Fredo?
No, I just
He's going to get kissed and then taken out on a lake? Okay.
No.
Okay, good. Godfather 2, Nick. Watch it.
Okay.
Good movie.
Washington Commanders, or commies, owner Daniel Snyder is hiring a PI to investigate allegations that he sexually harassed a former team employee. What do you want to bet this investigation reveals several character flaws in the women accusers?
Yeah, those odds would probably be like minus $1 billion, so it wouldn't even pay out very much.
Now, the NFL has now recently announced that they are going to be investigating this, so maybe it'll supersede this, but yeah, Daniel Snyder's the way it'll be fun to watch him try to wriggle out of this.
And he probably will.
And then it'll be very sad when he actually does wriggle out of this.
Indeed, it will.
Another college basketball number 1 went down last night, this time Auburn doing so against Arkansas. Gonzaga is next in line to be number 1 again. Will March Madness begin without a true heavy favorite?
So I looked at the odds this morning on FanDuel.
Yeah, what are
and
we
the
at?
Zags are the favorite at plus 450. And then after that, it's Arizona 8-1, Kentucky plus 850, Purdue 9-1, Auburn 10-1, Kansas 14-1. There's not a real big favorite going into this year's March Madness. I think Gonzaga will emerge as that, but I bet this year's brackets will have a lot more champions than a normal year's bracket.
I would tend to agree. By the way, did you see
this year about this?
So when Arkansas won, of course, they stormed the court.
Love that.
But nowadays all the new buildings have the LED lights, and so they flash the lights. As they were storming the court, they were flashing the lights, and it was getting dark in there while people are running onto the floor. So you're making an already dangerous situation even more dangerous. Hey, everybody, we're going to start our demolition derby now. Pop, lights go off as the cars take off.
It's a horrible idea.
Just dumb.
Not good.
Well, the Rams are the greatest thing going on in Los Angeles right now.
Damn right.
The Lakers are the lamest thing.
Lamers.
Last night, they got smoked at home by the Bucks, and Russell Westbrook got benched in the third quarter and didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. This was after Westbrook didn't play at all in overtime of the Lakers' most recent win over the Knicks. Bing bong. What gives?
Let's go, NBA boy.
I think Russ is he hitting the wall here?
Oh, his goose is cooked, as they say.
Is his career on the awful downhill slide? I mean, he's averaging the fewest points he has.
He's like the skiers. He's going downhill. But
Yeah.
he's near the butt. He's getting
It wasn't all that long. Remember, it wasn't all that long ago. He averaged a triple double.
I think
like people were wowed and amazed, like wow. And then all of a sudden, he gets teamed up with LeBron, and not so
he's
good
falling off
anymore.
a cliff, man. The crazy thing is you watch him and like forget all the missed shots. So erase those out of your brain. He looks still like the player he was a few years ago.
Right.
He's always had issues, in terms of his playing style. He misses a lot of shots. He takes a lot of shots. He's a volume shooter. So you wonder if that decreasing a little bit has actually made him worse because he's not getting the normal amounts of shots up that he has. But yeah, his career has fallen off a cliff very quickly.
Speaking of Auburn, their football program they're going through a lot right now. If they make a move, they should go after Hugh Freeze, right? Would they consider him?
I think they would consider him. I do wonder if the SEC would step in the way of them really pursuing. Remember, maybe a couple years ago, Nick Saban in Alabama, they wanted to go after Hugh Freeze, and the SEC is basically like, no, please do not do this, Nick Saban.
Right.
I imagine that something similar could happen this time. That said, look, I don't want good people to succeed or bad people to succeed. I want good people to succeed. Him going there, though, it'd be a perfect marriage. I would actually love to see it. Plus, he's one of the few coaches that has had success versus Saban. And them recruiting in the same state, not to mention, when he eventually goes down from the NCAA, because even in the era of name, image, likeness, he would still cheat. It would just be something to watch.
I'm almost given up on trying to keep the bad people out of the sport, because honestly, the things that he's been accused of are now above board and legal in some avenues. Now, is he a massive hypocrite? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But find me, you could, find 5 more hypocrites in a room full of 4 in college sports these days, it seems like. So if his crime is just being a hypocrite, get in line. I guess for the takes, it would just be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And to see if he actually still had the ability to coach again. I'd be curious to see if the SEC would relent and actually let him in this time. And it would say a lot about the status of the college football world if the SEC would be like, yeah, what the hell? Let him go. Because they stood on their high horse.
You're right, man. It would say
They
a whole
were
lot.
on their high horse and said, oh, no, we can't have people like this in our sport. So it would be kind of funny to watch them turn back on that word.
Mm-hmm.
My sport
Formula
is racing in Miami this year. And the race has a really dumb sponsor. It's crypto. John, I'm sure you've got a very smart-ass thing to say about this.
Well, I mean, a fake sport that crowns fake champions deserves fake money.
Ha! Do you have a
Crypto.
defense?
You know what they should do? They should
Crypto's dumb, and I wish that they weren't leaning so hard into it because they have been over the last couple seasons, and it's the worst.
Tough luck for your sport, Nick.
But having crypto as a sponsor in Miami is also extremely on brand.
It would be funny if they paid the winner in crypto and then the winner realized, oh, wait, I went broke winning this race.
No, because crypto's a scam. And
that's what I'm saying.
So dumb.
But isn't that the one that Matt Damon?
Yep. Sure is.
Which one is Matt Damon endorsing?
I think it's just crypto.com.
It's just crypto.com, which is like a hub for all the different kind of cryptums like Ethereum, Dogecoin, Bitcoin.
Which is the one that
All this is fake.
TB12 is endorsing? Is that crypto too?
I don't know. I stay away from that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, indeed.
We want one more?
One more. Last one.
John,
What?
we forgot to ask you yesterday if you had to turn up your hate on Cincinnati, and they're definitely not bandwagon fans. Where you at today?
I mean, nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
No, nothing's changed. Again, for the actual 3 Cincinnati fans out there, I'm happy for you. But for all you bandwagon people who somehow think that winning this game will give Nebraska another trophy, it's not going to happen. So.
By the way, I read a story on The Ringer yesterday. Brian Curtis, one of my favorite writers, and he mentioned Nebraska in the story, and I thought of you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was actually more of a story about like the whole media sphere covering the NFL, and it just kind of mentioned in passing. So
I want everyone out there who's all excited about Zach Taylor to remember Troy Walters is on this team too. Just saying.
By the way, real
if
quick,
you had a problem with Troy Walters,
I
just
don't want to
saying.
do this in the next segment because that'll be more fun. But sad news: Jeremy Giambi died today at 47.
Really?
Yeah. He, fame.
Did he have cancer? Or?
I don't. It doesn't say. Jeff Paston reported. It doesn't say. But of course, he played with his brother Jason rather, in Oakland. He played also for the Royals, for the Phillies, and for the Red Sox.
That is too bad.
Yeah, 47 years old.
Coming up, it's time for the very normal, very cool pet of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You at least will be happy I didn't win.
I'm going with a smart person today. Let's see if it works. It probably won't.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Yeah, indeed.
1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
So I just picked out the perfect ring, and that night my girlfriend started seeing ads for wedding dresses. I haven't even popped the question yet. Why is she seeing ads for things based on what I'm looking at online? I downloaded the DuckDuckGo app, and I stopped getting creepy ads right away.
DuckDuckGo is the easy button for privacy. With one simple download, you can search, browse, and email privately. Take back your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
You've got a hungry mob? Well, I've got an offer you can't refuse. Get a large one-topping pizza for only $14 when you buy 2. That's right, all the favorites. Beef, sausage, ham, or pepperoni. Just 2 for $28. You like veggies? You can do that too. Mushrooms, onions, green peppers, pick your favorite. Just 2 for $28. But I'm only offering it for a limited time. So what are you waiting for? Godfather's Pizza. Do it.
It has all come down to this. John and Josh here for the FanDuel Sportsbook. This weekend, it's Super Bowl 56. Rams and Bengals, and we're hooking all customers up with a risk-free same-game parlay. Same-game parlays combine multiple bets from the same game into one wager. That means bigger payouts. For example, I have used the Rams on the money line and an anytime touchdown by Odell Beckham. That's worked for me in the past. It could work for you this weekend.
Yeah, John, so download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. Put in our promo code 1620. Take advantage of the risk-free same-game parlay. And if you are a new customer, you can get exclusive 56-1 odds on either team to win the Super Bowl. $5 turns into $280. That's the FanDuel Sportsbook promo code 1620. 21 plus and present in Iowa. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit. that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
We are courtside. KP here with more satisfied and happy John Higgins Weather Guard customers.
I've had many family and friends that have asked me about roofing needs, and we have recommended Weather Guard over and over, and every time they've come through.
Make the right call, fans. America's leading installer of Da Vinci roofs and roofs of all styles. The rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard, providing the highest level of customer service with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau.
OSI Oakland Foods wants you. OSI Oakland offers streamlined employment, competitive pay, benefits including vacation, medical, dental, vision, 401k, safe work environment, and a referral bonus of up to $1,500. OSI offers transportation to and from their plant from Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Atlantic. OSI Oakland is hiring third shift maintenance at up to $25 an hour, machine operators up to $20.50 an hour, and production up to $20 an hour. Apply at osigroup.com/careers or at their plant Monday through Friday for on-the-spot interviews. Come work for OSI today.
Everyone for Omaha, the Omaha Mavericks men's and women's basketball teams are back in action, and you can see it all at Baxter Arena. Single game tickets are available now at omavs.com/tix. You can support your Mavericks and get your tickets today, omavs.com/tix.
Did you know that radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers and that our region has some of the highest levels in the country? Radon Defense Midwest can test and fix your home. Visit radonradio.com for an exclusive offer for 1620 The Zone listeners. That's radonradio.com.
This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
What exactly are you putting in that sock?
The 1620 The Zone.
And you know why I'm laughing, don't you?
Now, it's time for the Unsportsmanlike Conduct Bet of the Day.
Just a little bit under where some folks would like to see this one wind up.
Brought to you by nobody.
You gotta be kidding.
Really, we don't have a sponsor. Sorry.
Josh is right. This is dumb.
There you go. We all lost.
Well, I learned my lesson.
What's your lesson?
My lesson, I went with Tom Izzo last night.
Tom Rizzo.
An alleged Hall of Fame coach.
So because he lost
tonight,
one game?
I'm going with a real coach, a coach that I trust, a coach that I know, a coach who's a good coach.
Are you campaigning for that?
Don't
D-Rock, Darren DeVries, and Drake -4 over Missouri State. D-Rock will not let me down like that so-called Hall of Famer, Tom Rizzo.
-110?
-110.
I thought you were going to say Nebraska. I was getting
you look terrified.
I was like, Fred Hoiberg, what do you say? Yeah, I was worried he's going to say Nebraska. All right. I said that I'm going with a smart person instead of just my dumb brain. I saw this tweet from Alan Bell quoting someone named Allie O'Neill. She does, some of the gambling stuff with our friend Al Bell.
Surely.
So the over is 4-1 in the last 5 games between the Predators and the Stars. This is hockey, folks. Give me the over. 5.5 goals, it pays -120.
Wow.
Over 5.5 goals, -120 on FanDuel.
Look forward to that 1-0 win.
God. I'll be so upset.
I'm going to try one more parlay.
Oh, Nick.
Just one more. I can
This
stop
is how
anytime.
the buildings were built in Vegas.
I can stop anytime I want.
Yeah.
Give me the Raptors
Yeah.
and the Hornets.
Okay.
That's +149.
+149. It's better today.
Brought to you by
Iowa.
Fading us is what it's brought to you by.
No, not fading us, fading y'all.
Fading you.
I'm doing just fine.
I'm
I mean,
down
I had one
$1,541.
One setback.
This is gross.
Just one setback.
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss that couple weeks where I was ahead in predictions and bet of the day.
I mean, you still are ahead of me in bet of the day. And in predictions, I imagine. How did I do in predictions last week?
Yeah, that was the last one, wasn't it?
No, this week is the last one. I mean,
Did it work? Did my strategy work of doing the opposite?
Not really.
Okay. Did I go 500 at least? Or was I? If I was sub 500, I'm going to be so mad because that means I was actually going to be in the right.
God, I for some reason I forgot. I'll look it up here.
Okay.
Just want to warn, the dozens of you that are going to the Nebraska ball game tonight. You went 6-10 in predictions.
My God. I'm going to flip a coin this week. I'm going to flip a stupid coin. No, I'm not. It's a Super Bowl. I'll
But for the dozens of you that are going, if the miracle happens and the home team wins, be careful rushing the floor because they may they may actually turn out the lights just because they're wanting to close down earlier.
Yeah, get out of here.
They should just start playing Closing Time.
Oh, great song.
Closing
from the 90s.
So be careful. Don't trample any gophers on your way to the middle of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back tomorrow with Robbie and Robin and a whole lot more.
Bye.